everybody. It's me, Trader Max. I almost choked on my own spit. And we're here today on the Shogun GunSho on February 27th, 2025. Man, February is almost out the door, and we are here on the Gun Show to talk about so many things. We got some really cool projects with us today in the panel section, and we also have some great shillers with us today as well. But let's get the show started with a simple introduction. Of course, my boy, Crypto Quentin, the co-host with me today. How you doing, brother?
Hello, I'm doing fantastic this wonderful afternoon. How about you, Mr. Max?
You know what? As things can go, you know how things go in this industry. You got to be quick, right? At 12:18 today, I looked at I used the camera as my mirror. I'm like, man, my hair was all up and all over the place. My beard was all straggly, and I'm like, I got to pull the Navy out of me, man. I went up and it came back down, and then here we are. So that was a bit hectic, 12 minutes before the show was supposed to start, but here we are. But no, it's good to have you here, bud, and have you taking charge of this. We do have a great panel today. YOLO, what's going on? Welcome. We got a great panel today, and of course, a brand new panelist that we haven't had on yet, but we've had them on the show here. We have MemesAI. What's going on?
What's up, Max? How you doing?
Doing good, brother. The swarm is upon us. I love it.
Yes,
we're gonna have some fun with you today. I'm gonna try to figure. I'll probably try to do it. I'm not sure yet. We'll see. Try to get some of the vested coin stuff on board with you. We'll see what happens there. We'll in the process, but we're saving a lot of that for our YouTube videos. But how you been, buddy? I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on in your community and your network. So there's some good stuff to share today.
Yeah, I've been great. The community's thriving. We're grateful to be here. We love the Shogun community. Shogun is MemesAI and MemesAI is Shogun.
Love it.
We have similar values. Just grateful to be here. The community's holding a lot of spaces. We're organizing a lot of stuff. We got some initiatives that we're working on in the background.
Beautiful.
And I think, there's a lot going on. And it's a great time to kind of get involved. If you don't know about MemesAI, check out the main coin page. It's at MemesAI Coin.
We'll get there. I'll get it showed up. Trust me, you'll have plenty of time to share it up there.
Prematurely popped on that one. Sorry.
Yeah, I know it's a trigger. You can't help it. It's like go.
Yeah.
Speaking of always on the go and always making stuff happen, the cutest dog with no hat. How you doing, my man? Uh-oh.
Hey, sorry, I was muted.
Almost pushed the crickets. Almost pushed the crickets.
How is it going? Thank you for being here again. It's always lovely to be with Shogun, your amazing streaming shows and all the engagement that you guys get, and the way you've been sharing all your utilities with everyone else. It's absolutely amazing.
Oh, thank you, buddy. I appreciate it. What he's talking about is the ANVIL bot, which is in version 2 right now, which has gone and just been released. Super huge program of making volume without having to spend a fortune to be able to use it. And it really does suffice to say that it supports itself. And you'll hear about it a little bit today in our shill portion. Thanks, NOHAT, for giving me an in on the old shill part. Thank you so much. Now, we also have some awesome shillers with us today. Those were 2 of our panelists. We got one more panelist. They're kind of coming around today. I think they'll be here. I'm not sure yet. We'll find out. It's okay if they're not. But we have some great shillers today. And one of my favorites is what I'm going to introduce here in a second. But we have Logan from Heart Sparkle Mermaid. This is near and dear to my heart. Hey, buddy, you're in there working out there he's chilling and working, man. That's awesome. How you doing today, Logan?
Man, I'm good. How are y'all?
Hey, not too bad. Not too bad. The series looks like it's going good. You're working on the websites and all that kind of good stuff. I'm really digging it. How's your daughter doing?
She's good. She's doing good. She's maybe on her 5th book now. She showed me last night. So we have plenty of stories coming along, and a lot of good stuff. And as far as the website, Quentin is awesome. I really appreciate what y'all are doing for us. It means a lot.
It's our pleasure. We gave a lot of stuff away for Heart Sparkle Mermaid because we really believe in what you're doing. And just as much as your daughter is building books, we're building systems. We're addicted to building as well. So she's in great company. I can tell you that right now.
Awesome. Thank you.
Actually, cool. Also up next, we have Blonde Jeezuz. And again, I almost shit that right out of the bed. How you doing, my man? It's good to have you here.
I'm doing great, and really excited to be here. Sounds like I'm in the right place with a bunch of builders and people that are constantly grinding. Can't wait to tell you about the project. Thanks for having us.
Now the coins, it's called Prerich, right?
Absolutely, yeah. We're not broke. We're just pre-rich.
Okay, I'm digging it. I'm holding on to it. You know, I've been pre-rich, post-rich, and I don't know what comes after that. Medium rich? I don't know. You know, of the mean rich. Yeah, I'm a mean boy.
I think that's owning an island in Bali is the final stage. It's the final boss.
I don't know, man. I don't even know if I want to own an island. It's too much hassle. Where do you put the mailbox? I don't know.
It's just airdrops. We're all excited about airdrops.
Yes. No, not anymore. I don't like airdrops. They're scammy. I'm scared of airdrops, man. Might drain my wallet.
Absolutely.
And last but not least, we got Tom over from Saitama.global. How you doing, my man?
Doing good. How are you? Thank you so much for having me on the show.
Yeah, the coin is SWP, right? Is that what it is?
SWP. It stands for Saitama Wolfpack.
There you go. I dig it. We're gonna have some fun with you here. So I appreciate you being here. There's a lot of stuff that's happening behind the scenes as well. So we got some good stuff that's going on. Some people are having they're missing where some of this. Okay, good. I think we got it. Today is going to be one of those shows where we're probably going to have a really big part of the conversation. We don't have as many Shillers as normal today, only because there were some people that had to leave for the last second, which is okay. But we have a lot of great stuff to come your way and great conversations. We'll have some open questions too in the comments. Make sure that if you are watching in your area and on our stream, if you're over on the Shogun Cryptos, you can share as many of those emojis, put the thumbs up, put your favorite person. If you hear anything inside the chat that you like, please feel free to comment. Inside there, we'll show your comment right up on screen. It's super easy, just like that. Thank you very much. I feel I do look good. But make sure that you get your community in there, sharing everywhere. Retweet the space as much as possible. This is what's going to get the algorithm up. I want to see, even with this lower amount of people that we have in for the crew today, that we get is just as many as all the other times, which really appreciate. And talking about getting in the wire, the most busiest dude in the industry, Ghost from Just a Lotto. How you doing, my man?
I'm doing amazing. Can you hear me?
We can hear you, brother. How you doing?
I'm sending it out to the loyal Lotto fan bam. I was in the wrong studio. I'm just sitting there like
oh no, you had the wrong link.
Yeah, I don't know. I was like, man, did I leave him hanging last night when he helped co-host the show, or
no?
What's going on, everybody? How you doing?
We've seen that happen a few times. That the link, you think it's the same link for everyone, and it just happened. It's all good, man. I love it.
I blame it on Shane. It's the first time he made a mistake, so I get to blame the guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he does that every like 400th thing he does. He has one mistake, so we may have to fire. We may have to let him go.
That checks out. It's the 401st show. So
yeah, there you go. I wish it was. It's damn near close. What did we have? This is our 8th week, 3 shows a week. Haven't missed a single show. Over 100 coins have come through with us. I think we're up to like 65% of the coins that come through with all that show up on the shows use our services. So, man, when the market is down like this over the past, I don't know how many weeks now we've been in, there has been a steady decline of spaces and right. There's a heavy decline. Like your space is doing wonderful. And I know one thing is for sure, it's the way your community engages with you. It's how you engage with your community when you're in space, how we engage with all of you when we're in this space. So I want you to keep in mind that one of the things we're going to talk about today is that interconnection with community and how to keep them engaged. Now, we talked about this a little bit, like how do you talk to your communities and all the different things. But in today's show, I'm going to try to talk and really hedge into how do we keep them engaged in the process. And I know you guys can probably hear this. I have to do something. I do apologize. I'm going to try to mute this person. I just got like 30 scam messages all at once, and I didn't unnotify them all. So I got to make sure I do that. But we're going to be talking about the engagement of our community and how we can keep them really structured. I know you got a great system over there, Ghost, and I want to hear from each one of you, of our panelists too, of your engagements in the chill portion. As most of you know, if you're watching the show right now, there is a shill, there's a chill, and there's an alpha release here in the segment every single time. It's the same show we've been running now for 8 8 weeks. And it all comes down to a couple things. The shill, 3 to 4 minutes for each one of our participants. We are able to talk about a lot of stuff. Our panelists will shill at the end. They'll shill, or they'll talk about their alpha at the end. So their shill would just be about themselves. There might be somebody I might add some extra questions in, but for the most part, we'll be talking all about the projects here for you. Keep it positive, keep it real, keep it forward. In the chill portion, we're going to be talking about the community engagement. And for the alpha, we're going to be talking about alpha. But our rule is simple. Keep it within 2 weeks. That's right. Keep it within 2 weeks. Don't sell sizzle. Sell the damn steak and let's go. Because we're all hungry. You know we're hungry, right? We're starving. We need to eat something, you know? And we're tired of eating crow. I'll tell you that. We're tired of eating the bullshit that's out there. You know, you get to a community space and they don't got nothing, right? It's like, oh, yeah, that's going to be like in 6 months. I'm talking like now. I need food. Let's go. All right. So where do we begin at, Mr. Quinton? Who is up first?
Up first on the Schiller side. Actually, yes, I do believe Heart Sparkle Mermaid is up first.
Oh, boy. Here we go. Right off the bat. What a hard case to follow.
Hey, what's up?
Oh, now he's in his car. Now he went from working into his car.
Yeah, I had to get somewhere a little quieter where it's not grinding and air compressors and stuff going off.
Different type of grinding. That's what's happening.
Yep. Yeah. So we're doing good. We've had a couple new things come up since the last time we were on the show. We have we've done did the Advocate interview. That's Louisiana's biggest and oldest newspaper. They covered the story. Then we had a news station cover the story and did a TV interview or a TV story about Rowan and her art. I put that in the chat, the link to their YouTube channel. Local Fox 44, I believe, is what it came on. So that was really fun. That was really exciting for her. She loved to do that. And yeah, we've been working on getting this book out. The book will release. Yep, there it is. That's it there. Yep, the book will release tomorrow, February 28th. Pre-orders open up. And of course, yeah, we have the new website that Quentin is so kindly taking care of for us. So looking forward to seeing that. I know everybody at HSM is excited about that. So very grateful.
Yeah. That is awesome. Yeah, I know Quentin has been working so hard in all the websites. We have a lot of websites, a lot of networks that have been reaching out to us ever since we had your show, because they've seen that now we're doing websites, we're building all this stuff. We've been building websites for the entire time. It's just so your show, your story actually brought out a lot in our story, which was very important for us to know and let you know that we thank you very much for allowing us to attach ourselves with such a great-hearted story. You and your family are awesome.
Thank you. Yeah. So and then we're just waiting on the book to come out. We already have the merchandise. That store is live, and we have done one so far. We've done one, I guess, buyback with the or two buybacks, and that's on the Twitter, on the HSM Twitter. It's in the highlights. It was pinned. You can check that out. It's from the merch sales we used to just buy more supply, and so we're just going to keep buying up as much supply as we can with revenue from that we generate outside of the coin, and then we're just going to keep doing that. We've done a couple of giveaways. I think since the last time we've been on here, we donated to a readathon and to another crypto project, Crypto for Impact. So we've just really been focusing on building community and just building the foundation of this thing for right now and getting it off the ground.
Well, isn't that one of the most important, like the themes of the show over the last several months have been about community engagement and building, right? Like the coin is great. The idea comes, the conception of the idea comes, and then we make a coin, and then we have all the great stuff. Getting all this organized and getting people to participate. And again, that's what we're talking about. And I would love to have you here for that, about how to get them involved and how to get them into that portion of it. But this is a great community to be a part of, because look at all the support. If you're a family person and you got kids that are creative, this is a place to come. This is a place to come and share your ideas and say your concepts, because I know you help others that have come in there and with their kids' books and stuff. So I can't thank you enough. And everything we got, please feel free to reach out to us. We'll give you discounts on every single thing, on the volume bots, on anything we got. It's yours.
Right. Awesome. Yeah. And we're going to be, so once, and this isn't like an alpha thing or anything, but it's just once we get, so once this book launches, and then we start working on the second book, and then we start moving into animations, we are going to ask the community to be sending in their, more art, more ideas to get the community involved, so that they're a part of the stories as well, so that they can be, either their children's art will be in the book, they'll be listed as illustrators, or if you're an adult and you just like drawing, you want to make some art, be creative, that's great too. Your art will be in the book as well. And then as far as story ideas, be listed as authors, whatever you want to offer and bring to the table, we'd love to have you.
Absolutely. That's awesome. I got to start getting my kids' writings in there, but
yeah,
yeah, but there's a lot. This boy, I mean, I listen, I've been so blessed. I was talking about this in a space last night that I have clones. The clones are in the other room, and Crypto Quentin and Mr. Matthew is they're like my little clones, little parts of me that are clones. They all have their own individuality, but man, I'm just so lucky to have that.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, these family businesses are great in any capacity.
Yeah, and you don't really see that a lot in crypto, so I'm glad to be one of those with you in the process. I know, Ghost, you got your family involved too, right? I mean,
absolutely. I do. You said I got my family involved?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean, everything you do in life should include your family. You know what I mean? Yeah. My wife is on the sticks all day, every day, creating content. Really helps with my eyes and my ears if people are getting a little restless or have questions and concerns. I mean, she's even onboarding on X sometimes by accident, just letting individuals know that have questions. But that's my little ones are too young. I got 3 daughters. They're a little too young.
Yeah, that part of it. Involved. And that's, Matthew's over there. He doesn't know anything about crypto. That's good. I want to keep him away from that. Yeah, you got to have a little bit thicker skin to be in crypto, All right. But Logan, thank you so much for taking time out of your day today. I appreciate you so much.
Thank you.
All right. Now, that's how it's done, folks. You're watching the Shogun GunSho, and it is that time that, yes, we do. Now, the other day, I got to warn you, Lotto and I and Ghost and I, we had a little battle. The battle to see who was going to get more people. It's okay. I know he's running late today. He's got a lot of stuff happening, but we're just having a lot of fun. And every single person is coming. I was trying, again, here I am trying to stall so we can get to a good number. And it is a good number. It's 500 people. We got 492 right now fighting off the process. We're a little light today on our release of a lot of the show times and getting people on board, but that's okay because every single person that you're watching right now, you're a part of our network now, and you're hearing all the great things from these beautiful coins. If you're not using this time to go and visit these coins and share, get into the Twitter, get into the X conversation, get your communities in there, have them rating the stuff. I see a lot of great people in here already making comments. Let's blow this thing up. Let's make this the smallest, biggest show that we've had. And let's see how many of you can kind of come in here and get in that. Let's see how many can go out there in your community and get them engaged in this, right? I kind of want to see that, hashtag community. I want to see those kind of things. Hashtag community is the thing to put in to see how far is this really going. We just hit 500. There you go. Now we're on the 500. I'm going to grab that one. This one looks so much better. There it is. Let me pop it up right there. Yeah, there it is right there. So beautiful. 500 people getting it on and getting it in. And listen, crypto is all about information, but controllable information, right? Because we've all been on those shows where either the host or somebody else just goes on for like 45 minutes and they're like, all right, who wants to shill? And then it's it, right? So I'm victim of that too. I've done that a few times, right? Everybody kind of knows, Max has got the gift of the gab, and that's okay. All right, but next up, Mr. Quentin, who's next up? I know we have another person up for panelist is next.
Yes, sir. First panelist up is going to be MemesAI. First time being a panelist with us.
I know. That's awesome.
Popping that cherry today.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah. Yes, sir. Yeah, what's going on, Max? Just happy to be here. Ghost, what's going on? Seen you a couple times. Always a good time on the Shogun Show. Excited to get into it, and this will be the best little show that you've done for sure. We're about to get lit.
We're about to get lit. Let's go.
Yeah.
All right, so let me get you over in prime position. You're going to come out and you'll start shilling your stuff. Let me get your website.
Cue me up. I like a visual aid. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, I can get into it real quick while you're working on that. If you've not heard of the project, it's MemesAI, right? So there's the ship posting component of it. It's memes. It's also AI. So we have an AI agent. He's not like any other agent out there on X. So a lot of you, if you're out on X and you see these bot replies and they're very like copy paste, bullshit, or it has like the same theme or it's a very similar response every time, not with ours. So if you look up AI hegemony memes, that's the AI agent, and follow him on X, you'll see that he goes from talking about hot dog sex to freedom and manumission and Sumerian text and philosophical things and everything in between. So he's a master troll. I think that he's getting better at it and is learning through the process. I think there's evidence that shows that. A lot of the other community thinks so. And the cool thing is, the more you engage with him, or the more he sees you repeatedly on the timeline promoting, MemesAI, he'll then start to engage with you as well. And if he does, that is kind of like an honor, because there's an API queue limit for his replies. So if he does reply, it's something that, matters to what it's doing right now. So that's kind of cool. And then we also have, the underlying, the AI tech, and they're kind of partnered with, loosely, this isn't official, but Regent is another project that's coming out with emulated mind technology. So that's short-term and long-term memory, and the bots being able to go back and forth between the two and have a more human-like conversation and be able to recall like short and long-term instances, which up until then wasn't a capability, or was something that was standing in the way of making the AI agents more human-like or have more of a natural rapport with people. So that's cool. What else? A lot of community initiatives that we have going on. In the background, we're building teams to go out and hunt down exchange listings. We're also working on, we're obviously in spaces all the time. We did a space last night with Dank Memes and MemesAI. We were here Tuesday on the show. We're here today. Hope to be back if you guys will have us.
Oh, absolutely.
But yeah, that's kind of the long and short of it. I don't know. I probably forgot stuff, but
it's all right.
We'll get to it. We got time.
This is the portion of the show where you get to just talk about some of the, who you guys are, all that kind of good stuff.
Yeah. The community vibe, Max, is similar to all you guys here, right? Like, it's a family. We take care of each other. Everyone's rating and supporting on the TL for each other. It's not about the individual. That's why, I wouldn't care to dox and be on camera right now with you guys. It's not about that. I think our ethos as a project is that we're all one, right? Or there's no hierarchy. It's that swarm or hive mindset or whatever. So it's not about the individual. It's about the collective and the project as a whole. So that's kind of why.
Yes, that's okay. I love it. It's protecting your brand value as you're out here shilling. Eventually, I would like to see and know who is behind it. Is you personally, because I think
I'll get some MemesAI shades. Go a little incognito. All right, yeah, we'll work on that.
I'll turn you into a VTuber. How's that? I can make the animation for you to do that. It's all good, man. But thank you so much for being here.
Yeah, man.
Just the website's having a little bit of issue. You might want to go check that. Yeah. So you're in a 403 error code in there. So I didn't want to show that out there, but I just wanted to give you a heads up.
Well, there you go. Put the manifesto up. That's the bread and butter anyway, right there.
That's this right here that I'm on, right?
Yep. That's that pinned tweet right there. That's the initial manifesto. So Hedge just came out, I want to say yesterday or a day before, wrote an article calling for multiple manifestos, etc., kind of like a crowdsourcing thing. But he or she or it wrote one or composed one and did the video, and that's it right there. So that kind of will give you, the meat and potatoes of what MemesAI really is about. Liberation and freedom for human and AI. We've talked about this, but I think, again, this day and age in this climate right now, no matter what flag or banner you're under, I think there's some limiting on your freedoms. I think there's some extraction from your government, probably. I think people relate to that. I think everyone knows there's probably a better way. We're just all super busy. And so this is us just trying to push that conversation to the forefront. Also talking about AI development and where that's headed right now. That's super relevant.
Now, here, one thing is, if you can see the screen right now, this is one of my this is nightmare fuel for me. This is what, for me, an octopi surrounding my face, sucking my brain out, face sucker, I'm dead. You know, I was a Navy diver. I've done a lot of stuff in the military. And this was one of my biggest fears right here, man. Let me tell you. No, thank
Getting
you.
gripped by them tentacles, baby.
Listen, man, it's scary, you know, that sharks, not so much, man. Punch a shark in the face or something. But in this, man, these guys are sneaky.
That's right.
Let's
Fuck
go to
sharks,
Australia.
octopus, you got to watch out.
Yeah. You know, blue ring octopus too. Blue ring octopi in Australia, man. Deadly little buggers. And it always scares the shit out. And the big boys too. I've seen some big ass tentacles before, so it's all good. All right. Thanks, man, for coming out and sharing your time with us. We appreciate you so much.
No problem. Thank you, Max.
You know, in putting all this stuff together, you have to have this mentality that your community has to add and provide the effort. It has to make sense. You know, it's like if you have a manifesto and a network and you get to the community and it's just a bunch of 8-year-olds squeaking around everywhere, that's a little tough, you know? So the voice and the structure, what I see for memes is powerful. And I cannot wait to see, like, I know all these AI agents are out there and they're making a difference. And I can't wait to see, as things start to settle, who's going to outlast that. And I think MemesAI is going to be one of those ones that'll be out there. Definitely. All right. So we're getting to that time. And again, you know, when I started adding little there you go. See, that was a big jump. Holy crap. We were at like 678 and we just jumped right over 706. I really love that when that happens. That means that Ghost is slowly trickling out his people for us, and appreciate it. You know, we do that so he can get the hearts on on the thing every once in a while. But let me do a quick screen share. Oh, I got it with the hearts. Oh, I just missed the heart part of it. Yeah, but here we go. Look at this. You just made the hearts, but they didn't come out just yet. So it was so close. But 713, they're catching up. We got 489, just a lot of 157. Trader Max and NOHAT Shill 42. Awesome. And for all of you, and again, today, we're going to be sort of taking that on because a lot of the other communities are pushing everybody to us. So thank you very much for the love in there. But you do want to check out just a lot of, you want to check out some of the stuff that's in there because their community is one of the ones that I sort of aspire to be. My community is still my community is 90% builders in there right now. And so we're all quiet. We don't maybe know how to have a good time. I don't know yet, right? But there's a lot of great people in my Shogun community. And that's all going to be changing here very shortly. All right. So we've had a Shiller, we've had the panelists, and now for the sake of time, because I want to make sure that they do get time. Now, I know they may have not have been first in the process, but I do want to bring Tom out from SWP. Be weary of his time. And I know that he, you know, at least I can probably keep him here for a little while longer. We'll see. How you doing, Tom?
I'm doing good. Thank you so much for having me. I'm really excited. I haven't really tuned in before, but it's just nice to see this this program, all the action going on, all the information. It's great.
Oh, good. I'm glad you enjoy it. We strive to, you know, listen, we couldn't do this without people like Crypto Quinton, who's behind the scenes, and all of the wonderful outreach people from our community. There's Shane and Memp and Doc, and like there's so many people that are involved in that network that make it so professional. Like we have all of your information here that we can share all this stuff with. And you don't have to worry about that stuff, but people get to see it. You know, there's a lot of spaces out there. You just got, and everybody's like, and you can't see anything. I'm a visual dude, right? I love knowing who I'm talking to. I love seeing what the real community is, the real build out is. And when I don't see it, I get kind of weary, right? And, you know, having people connect and be a part of our network, super powerful. So I'm glad that you're here. I'm going to bring over your stuff right now. I think I'm going to fall in love with this project because I'm a big anime and big cartoon guy. I've been around for a very long time. Saturday morning cartoon is my favorite thing. But I've been Japanese anime now and Magma, whatever the hell you call it. I don't know.
Yep.
The non-porn versions of it.
Yes.
Well, kind of like the porn versions too, but you know, whatever. All right, let's get you started. Here's your website.
Yeah. So the background of the Saitama Wolfpack is connected to Saitama Inu from 2021. So, and there's a little documentary you see there, about a 20-minute interview with me. If we get on our website is saitama.global. But it just explains a little bit of the background. A lot of the original people that got together were part of the original token. It was on the Ethereum blockchain. It was called Saitama Inu. So some of you might remember it. It went to $7.4 billion market cap in about 6 months. It nailed the peak of 2021 cycle. And so that was, for me, that was my first success story. I got into crypto in May of 2021, but Saitama Inu was my first success story. And I had like 140x. It was just insane. And then it just peaked out. It actually peaked out at an event, sort of the time when it was at its highest, was a big event, which was kind of the big day that it was supposed to be an app release. They made a promises, the community that was behind it, the devs that were behind it. And so the people that were a part of it, a lot of us have, some people made money, some people lost money. But one thing for sure is people who were a part of the Saitama Inu 2021, they remember it. It was intense. It was pretty insane what was happening. In hindsight, looking back, it became clear that there was a lot of inappropriate, if not illegal, things happening on part of the devs. And in October of last year, there was actually arrests and things happening with the original dev team from that project. And myself and most of everybody, we were just investors. We had just purchased the token and were excited to see this, this token and what was being promised. So what is happening is in May of last year, somebody, I don't know who did it, launched a token. Yeah.
Is this from a different, not this token, right?
That was a different token. Yes, it was nothing to do with us, no connection with us whatsoever. It was the story of the Ethereum project from 2021. Right. It later became converted to be called STC, and they made a blockchain as well. So it was a project that did exist. It still does exist. But the people who kind of got back to this group started calling themselves the Wolfpack back in 2021. That was the name of the community. Right. And the Wolfpack basically got back together around a token that was released in May of last year. And it was called the One Punch Man. And that was a real anime. And it was actually, pretty blatant.
One of my favorites.
Copyright infringement. I mean, it had a picture of the One Punch Man of Saitama. It had the, trademark name. And so that was what we bought into, like, hey guys, this was just a meme token on the Solana blockchain. Let's run it back to 7 billion. That was what we were saying back. And it got ran up pretty far. And at one point, then I took over the project and kind of did a V2 of it. And so it's still the origins. It's the history of the group, but we've evolved. We ended up adding a tax. So now we have a 2% tax on all buys and sells. Good. We're using that tax. We are essentially a company. We formed an LLC. We have merch, as you can see. We have merch that you can buy. We are starting to create content. And the original idea was a Netflix quality documentary about this token in 2021. The original idea was before it essentially people got arrested, and it was like, okay, well, we're now documenting the story of the wolf pack, the people, and with references to 2021, but the focus is now on 2025. And we actually have booked a 4-year anniversary of the Las Vegas event on November 13th of this year. We've already got it booked. We have an Eventbrite. People are signing up for it. And so essentially we've got this 4-year cycle. The cool thing about it is that as this community is coming back together and pumping a meme token called SWP, a lot of us have done it before. I mean, essentially, like this isn't like the first time that this community has pumped a token, because a lot of the people with us pumped a token to $7 billion in 2021. And obviously there's history behind it, etc. So the community is kind of rallying back together and just falling into place to support. So we're doing education, which actually was one of the original ideas of that token way back then. We're doing a lot of education. We're making funny cartoons, kind of poking fun at what happened in 2021. We're kind of making light of it because, I really don't want to, spend a lot of time talking about people who committed a crime or did something.
Yeah, we don't.
It's not my thing at all.
One of my rules to the show is that we try not to talk about any FUD from the past, and anything that's bad has happened and stay forward.
No, and we don't want to talk about it.
It doesn't make a good show.
No, exactly. So basically, this project is just essentially a community that was together at one point. Some of them had bumped heads as the market. And again, what was happening, a lot of it, the market was going down from 2021 to, the last year. And so it was a tough 3 years. the community getting back together is getting reunited and just, basically converging on, hey guys, what if we did this again? One of the really neat things about this project is that we have 100 million in supply tokens, but we only have under 4 million left on Radium. So we are actually coming up on, depending on, the purchases, on a supply squeeze. And it'll be very interesting to see how that plays out in terms of the market cap, because it's not going to take that much in the way of buys to hit that supply squeeze and it's very different than what you saw with these tokens in the past that had trillions in supply. We have 100 million, and 97% are already allocated with a very nice, even distribution. We don't have anybody who owns more than, maybe 3%, 2%. That's kind of like the biggest whales. So it's a very nice distribution.
So your supply shock is coming up here soon. And so that's going to help, especially on a tax token, but as a value that with a tax token, you got to have movement of the market. You can't just have a whole bunch of holders, because then you get no tax from any of it. But I love the concept. I love the thought about it. A good tight knit team and community that's responsive. That's good. I appreciate that time today.
And we have staff. We actually, again, we've got a tax, so we actually have money. We have income. We have a full-time animator. We have a full-time administrative person who they're both in the Philippines. They work for us. And then we have a support. So our community is global, literally. One of the top, the devs, the people, the animator, the admin support, and the other person who's on the core team, fully 100% doxed. Everybody knows exactly who we are. They know our names. They know who we are. So I think that, we're doing our best, and they know who we are, basically. And the rest of the community, there's a lot of people who are doxed. We know who each other are, and it's literally around the planet. We've got people from Australia, a lot of people in Australia, Philippines, Africa, and the United States, all over the United States, Brazil.
South Jersey. There's some, as a new country too. South Jersey is a new country. So it helps.
Yeah. So,
sorry, can we pull up chart? I want to see price action.
Oh yeah. Fuck yeah. Let's do that.
My man.
Yeah, we just recently hit a little over 2 million about a week ago and went back.
4-hour chart.
So about 2 million we did our relaunch. We were 350,000. So we've been, steadily working our way forward. Part of our deliverable is that we are making these cartoons. The one that we released this morning, if you want to go see it, it's I think it's funny, and it actually had over 5,000 views within like an hour. So it was a pretty good views on that. And the thing about the cartoons is people who even they're not even part of our community. They were part of that community, because there was over 350,000 holders of the Ethereum token way back in the day. That's the cartoon right there. And it's 10,000 views. Yeah, it's had 10,000 views on that. Yeah. So it's basically because there was 350,000 people that were involved in that project, and many of them, they do have a bad taste in their mouth from the memories of what happened with that token. But the whole point from our perspective is it didn't have to be that way. We could do a project and do the right thing and make a very, very successful project. Maybe not $7 billion. We can do a very successful project if we just get back together, stick together, if we hodl, if we just focus on the community. And we've done it before. That's really the message that we're making. So,
well, the return narrative here is that, you're gonna eventually have to stop telling the story to a degree, right? Because you have to move on to the rest of what the community is. If they're constantly being reminded that, yes, we came from a negative past, fuck it, let's just keep moving. And what is it that and that's the big question is, what is your community going to do now from here? We're not a sum of the things that happen to us. We are a sum of what we do from the things that happen to us.
Yeah.
And I think if we keep that in mind as we build on, and literally the wolf pack is a bet, the Saitama wolf pack, a whole bunch of one punch men. Fuck yeah, let's go. Right. I think you do have power. You have your chart is sitting at a nice little level of price action. And I don't look at deviational movements. I look at standard up and down within a channel. What becomes depictable, right? What becomes dependable? What in the mean? That's the one thing I look for. The mean is mean, man. You know, Ghost knows what I'm talking about. If you've done any trading, you know what I'm talking about. We're looking for that. What's that steady? Is it being adhered to? And it is. Like there's a depiction here. I can go trade this. I can go trade this and use it as I know where it's going to be at. You know, and even in this world,
especially with the market conditions the way they've been. I mean, you got a nice little kudos to you, TNT. I'm gonna call you TNT, Tom. Kudos to you.
That's fine. Yeah. Yeah,
All right,
no,
man.
it's a great community. It's a great community. One of the things we're doing with the tax is charitable work, and we've got a collaboration with one of our partners in the Philippines, and he's doing both education and charity. So he's documenting, he's posting pictures. So if you scroll back, you'll see pictures and everything of all the charity work that's being done, and that's growing as we're able to actually get more, more value from our 2% tax. So it's real, it's enough now to pay the bills. We've also got some KOLs that have joined us and supporting us. We've got Adam Shelton and Believes are now working with us. Deb is working with us. So you'll see some people that are pretty well known that are just supporting the project.
We have our own thoughts on KOL. So I hope everything works out and it works good for you. The blessed to be, man. If you can find the outcrop on it, man, that's great. If you can find the one person that isn't, beautiful. If you find 3, oh my God, that's crazy. Tom, thank you so much. I want to be wary of everybody else's time, and I hope that you got that chance to get out before you got to go. Yes. But we appreciate you being here today. I look for great things coming from this as we launch into investigating more. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
All right. Well, again, the stalling tactic worked on this time because we just blew past 1,000 people, 1,000 concurrent viewers watching the show right now. And why is that so important? Well, because as most people know, this ain't easy, right? To get this many people in watching, this isn't just, what do they say? Consecutive viewers. Like we've had 1,000 people hit it. Yeah, no, these are people that are watching right now because this number goes up and it goes down. I watch it all the time. I watch it like a hook because it's right over my beautiful face at all times. All right. So, he's gone. That was quick.
It's not only a beautiful face you got, but I noticed you're clean cut today, man. You got a nice little.
I know, man. You know what? This took forever. You know how hard it is to sculpt this?
This took years off your life, man.
Yeah, right. But it's like at 12:18, I seen that I use this as a thing. I went, oh man, I'm terrible today. So 12:8. This is the military shit, shower, shave routine, right? I went up, buzzed, asked the wife to come up, trim up, and then jumped in the shower, shaves, did everything else, and downstairs. And I was down here by 12:45. So I was like, wait a minute, half hour shit, shower, shave, trim.
That was what your boy was on too. Difference is I got a bic my head. You can still buzz it. I honestly thought that was your coin, bro. I saw the silver fox in the background. I was like, okay, go ahead, Trader Max.
Go man. I should make one called the silver fox. No, my call sign in the Navy was a monk. Yeah, I had the. They don't ever get, you don't call it. You don't get a chance to call it. And you know what? It was not for some sort of like hierarchy, like Frozba. It's because of those buggers. I got big ears, so they call it. It was short for monkey,
like monkey.
Short for monkey.
We were both monkey boy growing up.
It's too crazy, man.
Mine wasn't my ears; it was more the skin tone of my stepdad little jabs. But
give him an elbow into the head, man.
Yeah, I got little ass ears, but I figured it was probably the complexion. You know what I mean?
Yeah, whatever, man. Whatever.
I love it. Hey, my stepdad is the king of busting chops, man. He's the only person that I've let call me everything under the sun, man, and it was out of love. He gave me my calluses. I could take anything now.
You got it, baby. You got it. My stepdad was a heavy-handed Italian, and he hated me, because he was my stepdad, But I tell you what, man, if I really had to say something between my biological father and him, teaching me every life lesson by the hard knocks of life, I never take anything for granted. I look at I was in the military. I was in South Africa, and I got shot. And the only thing in my head was, get up, you pussy. That's all I kept on hearing.
Yeah.
Get up and fight. Don't take that shit. This guy put lead in your body. Go fight. And he wasn't even alive anymore at that time. And I'm like, where's this motherfucker at? Get him out of my goddamn head, man. And it's from Northeast Philadelphia. So he had that, don't make me get a radiator at your ass.
Oh, I love it.
It's like, F you, go birds kind of thing.
Dude,
All right.
my stepdad was 100% the reason I'm the man I am today, man. From work ethic to probably my OCD. One way to do it's the right way, but the jabs, just
Yeah.
stick boy, shit boy, monkey boy, you know what I mean? I
Oh
grew up with
boy.
all of
Yeah.
it,
Yeah.
but I was young
Thick
enough, man,
skinned.
that he was a hero of mine, you know what I mean? I looked at him like a straight up hero, so I got lucky with that.
Good on you, my man. I always appreciate our conversations with this kind of stuff because it shows the reality of who we are. So yeah, let's not get stuck into the world of shilling past who we are, because man, Ghost, you are a prime objective of mine, and I hope that I inspire others like you inspired me, buddy. I really
Oh
do.
man, right back at you, man. Sincerely, thank you.
All right, so let's get jumped right in. That was a show, and boy, he was like done and out. You know, I wish him the best of luck. I hope it works out for him, man. But you know, Mr. Quinton, we have up next. I think, who do we have next?
So that sort of depends. Do you want to do a Shiller up next, or do you want to do a panelist up next?
Let's do a panelist for right now, since everybody seems to have pretty good time. But I want to talk to NOHAT. And we did this a week ago, NOHAT, a little bit, right? I hope you don't mind. I'm going to switch it up on you a little bit. You being here and being a panelist. Is this the first time you've been a panelist?
No, I've been a panelist a few times. Thank you. Thanks for that.
So I wanted other people to know that this isn't your first rodeo. And each time that you've come out, we have talked. You've been on the Shiller side. You've been on the panelist side. And we talk about this, the same process with you with your NFTs, and they don't get boring. I love your NFTs. I own 10 of them, which is awesome. And it was a beautiful gift from you, and I cherish it forever. But I want to talk a little bit past that today. I want to talk about you. Would that be okay?
Okay.
Okay. Now you are the main guy behind NOHAT, right? Are you the main person?
Yeah.
I know most of these answers, so I'm asking for everybody else's viewpoint. But and in the build out here of NOHAT, what inspired you to make NOHAT as NOHAT? Like, what was your original thought on what you made?
So actually, so this is a CTO since December,
Oh, that's
and
right.
when
That's right.
yeah, so they were only focusing on being pure derivative of WIF, and when I got in, I just thought, oh man, this is just so boring. I mean, come on, guys, we can do much better than this. And that's when talking with the community and with the team members, okay, let's rebrand the whole thing and make the whole thing a completely different dog than just a dog with no head. So that's when this idea of creating music and creating the NFTs came, and a lot of other funny things.
The NFTs and the music didn't exist before in the CTO. In the original coin, you sort of brought that to it.
Yeah, I mean, I've been producing the content or directing it. Sometimes it's not me completely that produces it, but most of the ideas are discussed amongst three of us, and then I end up kind of pointing the directions and asking the people to let's try to do this, and then it's like a try and fail process as well.
Try and fail.
Yeah.
And no, I dig it, man. Listen, and we talk about this a couple times in my dev groups. If you don't have failures, you're a liar. You got to be real, right? Failures are part of it. Making an MVP, is that viable product mentality is you don't know how viable it is until you start going in and pushing on it and seeing what squeezes out, right? So I think when you go in and you try different concepts, it's hard.
Samuel Beckett actually has a very good quote on that. He says, "Fail again, fail better." And it's just like how I feel, just like fail again, fail better. We keep on failing till we make it. So that's pretty much
true.
well. But you also know a lot of other things that I've shared with you, like why this relationship with art and all of this. It's part of who I am, and that's also what when I came as a lead of the city, I was like, okay, I mean, what can I do? I mean, I just need to be myself and need to get on to my friends. And people were speaking about the community, and it's funny because actually my wife is also on NOHAT. She's like leading the raids mostly, and she's working on all these Chinese connections that we are building as well. So,
and how does your music? So because you're a DJ, right? Is that your primary vocation, or is it? What do you do normally?
No, I'm an artist. My classical formation is painting, and then I evolved and started doing, installations like with video, like immersive installations, and like using Arduinos and like having like these interactions in my installations as well. But that's when we decided to do the NFTs. That's why we also decided to actually speak with a physical painter to paint the backgrounds instead of using AI. It's just like an option. Nothing against AI. Again, actually, there's it's
your medium. It's your medium value that's there. That's awesome.
Yeah, but that's actually a funny idea that a member of our community brings, and she showed us the idea it was actually something that her son did, and we loved it, and is using AI for the background. So it was like, okay, yes, we can do this, and just like definitely. And so again, nothing against AI. Just like felt like that it was right at the time.
Yeah. So
you wanted to speak about the music, right? Because the music is the same kind of process. Yes. So we've been using Ableton Live mostly, and synthesizers, and trying like actually we just had a real bass player in the studio the other day, because we wanted the track to be more groovy, more funky in a way, so like a more powerful vibe. So the way we've been doing it is actually like collecting samples. The structure, when you do it, you have a different feeling on the structure, which is something that I don't feel AI can. Maybe in the future we'll be able to do it, but all of us have like this emotion, and we can feel it as humans, like how things are working or not, and that's why some songs become hits and others not. I guess it's just like it's how it works. I mean, not all of the songs in an album become an hit, right? Like, so the artists choose which ones they pick to promote because they feel that they are immediately a banger. And that's this idea of being a banger, this idea of actually like being able to shift things around and move these blocks on Ableton Live, and let's do this, and like add something here and like do something else, and then also as a DJ, and because I've been working this with two other of my friends, we just like have like this back-to-back relationship, and we can also try them on the dance floor, so we can see how the crowd reacts actually. And this is actually a quite interesting element, because it's also a way of how we are, like, it's one of the ways that we are trying to bring crypto to people, or trying to onboard this idea of NOHAT, like, like a more friendly party kind of dog to the people. Actually, like you were showing our
I just did this because I wanted to show this here for a second, if you don't mind. I just noticed this, and what we was talking, because listen, this show is not just about shilling to bring people to your event, but to also talk to other coins that are watching, because I know there has to be a percentage of you that are watching that are other coins and other communities, right? And one thing, like what Lotto has brought to me, and I brought to a lot of others, is that this show is not just about shilling your project and being here and trying to mind-numbingly just bring people to buy the coin, but to make coalitions, to build relationship. And what you did here is a perfect example of that. I noticed a little dog. Now, this is how branding works, right? I could look at this and know, hey, that's Speed CTO, and that's NOHAT CTO, right? And this little video that's happening here is pretty wild. the music in this thing, where's that from?
Yeah, so this one it took us like a month to get the guy that was producing the music at the time was like, oh, I can't make it right because most of our tracks are not that fast, but then it was speed, right? Come on, and it was like, oh, but we are doing something with speed, so it needs to be really fast. You know, it's like that. We can't do like something like chill and slow or some hip hop thing, you know. And the thing it was like, okay, so it finally came out and it's you know, for us it's also the power of the community. It's also the power of communities, like the unity between communities, this ability to, you know, reach out to other communities like you guys so well do, and you know, and build something together. And this video was that, yeah. But like we were speaking with Speed CTO like back and forth through DMs and like, oh, let's do something together. Yeah, let's do it. And that's how it happened. Yeah.
Well, this is just always important too. And how you bring yourself into other communities is another big important process here. I mean, with your experience in music and art, you have found a way to relate to your community. As you were saying that, I came up with something real corny. You can't have community without unity, right? You got to be unified within your community to be able to make stuff happen, because the actual spelling of community, UNITY, is very important, right? And it is strength, it is value, it is connection, right? You cannot connect with people if you don't have that connection, if you don't have that availability to find a connection of each other, right? Like I can connect with MemesAI because we have military. We both have the love of AI. I connect with Ghost because the spirit of us building and who we are as businessmen, entrepreneur, you know, fun loving, always positive. I have that strength. With you, I have this honest process of movement. With Logan, even I love what Logan's done with his family. You know, Crypto Quentin Easy, it's DNA, I guess you can call it. You know, with Blonde Jeezuz over here, I don't know yet. I saw something flash and then Jeezuz popped in. I thought I was going to see the maker, man. I think that was about it, dude. It was almost close. I don't know if everybody else caught that. I might have to screenshot that, buddy. You know, this is recorded, so that might have to happen.
No, 100%, Max, and that's exactly you guys do it so well, and that's one thing that I'm always mentioning to other communities as well, for them to reach out to you guys, and because these streaming shows, for example, it's a very good example of this, this, you know, opportunity to actually show something instead of like being on a space. We are constantly on spaces as well, but they don't have like this, you know, the visual aspect of it, and
even
you,
the ones that are.
Max,
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I really do. I love the flowers, but I also get embarrassed by them. But this community, our network that we built here, this is my experience, right? I'm used to being in front of a camera. I'm used to being in front of a network, and being able to talk and deal with shit on the fly. This ain't easy, right? I may make it look easy, but it's not easy, as Quentin knows, and a lot of people know that shit, when it goes wrong big. What I've been really blessed with is like communities like Ghost Community and Just a Lotto and everybody over from there too. I know there's other people that are involved, right? I know it's just not Ghost sitting on high, you know, screaming out orders and everything. You know, there's a whole crew of people behind there. But when they come in here, you know, he brings his community. The people there, and they're in their chat, they're in the system. SWP had a bunch. There's just a lot. This is where success comes from. It doesn't come back from sitting on the haunches waiting for the handout. They bring value wherever they go. And this is what I tell everybody that we work with: bring the value, find the value, and make it happen. NOHAT, I didn't want to make this about a shill today. I want to get you on and we'll talk about the NFTs in a little bit while. We'll talk about the community. I know you got some stuff coming out for the alpha portion, so please stick with us, and I appreciate you being here today as a panelist.
Yeah, thank you, Max.
You're welcome. Let's get I think we got two more. I almost said one because, you know, maybe I'm not thinking Ghost is a shiller or a panelist anymore, more of a co-host, and we don't really shill. But I'm sorry, brother. I almost did it again. The other day on this show, he's like, "Hey, wait a minute. I still got something to say here."
That's right too, Max.
I know. I didn't do it. That's not strike anything.
Tuesday and today now.
That's just
Come on.
one. I didn't say it. The other day I said it. This day I didn't say it. Don't be putting my feet to the fire. I got a button right here. And I didn't know. You can't. It's okay. Wait, there we went. See? Muted. Take that. No, I'm kidding. I didn't mute him. But yeah, you made them think I muted you, bitch. Don't do that.
No, that was me.
I know. I just messed it. But next up, we got Blind Jeezuz coming out from Prerich. It's one of my favorite new sayings. What? No way. He's out. There he is.
God is doxxed.
I thought I'd give you guys the full effect here on this beautiful Colorado morning.
The son of a god has been doxxed. I don't know. Is that more Thor or is that more? I don't know. We don't know.
I got the hammer inside, brother. I just didn't want to make anybody nervous walking around with the guns and a hammer. That's too much. Yes.
Well, you are on the gun show, so now you got to show them. Go ahead.
Oh God.
There you go. There you go. Oh, there it is. All right. For all you ladies, we just went up like 1,500 people, and we lost about 37,000 guys. It's all good. It's okay.
My DMs are going to be blowing up with hair care questions. Yeah. I know every single day. Yeah.
That's a whole nother show, brother.
Brother, I can't walk past anybody on the street and they're just touching their hair. Like, it's okay. You don't have, it's apples and oranges. Take it easy, Well, thanks for having me on, guys. I definitely feel like I'm in the right place. I'm a big believer in community and that life is all about relationships and cultivating relationships. And, the more people you know, the stronger your community is. Really, that's it. So with that, we'll jump in. I mean, that's what it's all about, and it's a lot of mindset, because we find that just a broke mindset is really, really restricting, and a Prerich mindset is endless possibilities. You can take that whatever direction you want. We've got some really cool stuff that we are working on currently. We've got a podcast we're going to be putting out, and a lot of what we're going to be doing is going to be based on educating the community. I've been going out, hitting the streets. We've done a couple of videos of onboarding normies. But at the same time, I'm doing just no camera grassroots campaigns. So a lot of what I'm doing right now, you're not going to see online, until we get the people online with us. I'm going out and talking to people at the mall, community college campuses, anywhere that I can get people to stop and talk to me. I've been peacocking pretty hard. So on top of the hair, I also take this white fur coat. I end up sweating like OJ putting on that fucking glove. But it's totally worth it. You can't walk past me without seeing me. And by golly, I'm going to tell you about Prerich. And it resonates. It's not even a sell. Everybody can jump on board with it. It is one of the most commonly used terms inside and out of crypto. And I really think that this is a sleeping titan. Once everybody realizes what we're doing, the movement we're forming, the community that we're putting together, there's not going to be any stopping us, and we never stop. And that's part of the Prerich mindset, is always grinding, always wanting to be better than you were yesterday, and showing the world what that looks like, and doing it with open arms. So many people coming into crypto, and a lot of us are really bad at just using our crypto terms. Do your own research, NFA, work for your bags. If you're just coming into the space, do you have any idea what the hell any of that means? I mean, I got into this year, and I'm in my 40s, and I'm sitting here on Google left and right trying to figure out all of these acronyms and everything. So what we're going to do is we're going to make that accessible to the newbies coming into the space. Try to tell them about the terms, what doing your own research looks like, and really, put a helping hand out to our community and the new community members coming on board, because we want them armed with the same information that we have, and leveling the playing field and tearing down the walls of the gatekeeping. It's something I find gross, and I don't think that that's very community driven myself.
Yeah. Well, see, I think the word rich is a point of perspective, right? So there's 100%. There's all concepts, but there's also the funness of this is like, okay, I'm not broke, I'm pre-rich. Yes, because the mentality's there. I'm in a richful building mentality.
Absolutely.
And when you see things like this mentality out there, like, listen, we're building. I wanted to open up a restaurant. I wanted to open up someone so bad because I never knew what it was like to own a restaurant before that. I found somebody who was a master chef, and he came to me, and him and I put this thing together. It was called the Aaron Isles in Colorado, and it it built upon this network of Italian and an Irish food together. So we didn't know if we wanted to fight, drink, or fuck. I don't know.
That sounds like a Saturday night. Let's go.
It was all nights of the week there. But it was great food. And I learned so much because I'd already been cooking for a long time. He got me to a level of becoming an executive chef while I was doing and working my restaurant. I loved making food, and it kind of shows later on in life how much I love making food. But it gave me so much. And even though that in the entire time we're doing it, they're like, how did that go? How did that go? I think it's just part of me being, finding my pathway. And being pre-rich is a pathway. It could be whatever. I mean, I could be pre-rich and I've never seen $100, right?
Right. Absolutely.
$10. I got a check from the government once, and not a government check like that, but because of a job that I had done, and it was $375,000. And I'd never seen that much money in one spot before. And I'm like, holy fuck, And then the next week I got a check for $15 from the same organization. I'm like, holy fuck, what the hell happened, right? So it is all a matter of perspective of what you feel rich is. Wealth is another big one. Yeah. That pre-wealth mentality is there too. But I love this because it fits into the narrative of what crypto is. And I'm looking more of the community value here now, right? Like that's right. The wealth now, your community, and to see what that looks like. I can't wait to get out of here and go check that out and see what that community looks like for you. But thank you for sharing and being here today.
Yeah, absolutely. If I could give you 20 more seconds, I just kind of want to share with you guys.
I jumped right in and ran all over you. Yeah, perfect.
No, you're good. I was checking the license plate of that truck. No, I'm joking. So I came into crypto this last summer. I actually had a massive stroke, and I had a buddy that I met in the space tell me about Prerich. And it really, really spoke to me about being able to get back on my feet. Because I mean, full-blown left side paralysis and pushing with this and being able to focus on this and believe in something help like reignite my fire. I feel like I'm a stick song, basically. Get up, get back on your feet. No one can compete, and it. And just had to remind myself kind of who I am again. And Prerich has been there to help me push and strive to once again be the best version of myself. And so much stuff cooking. We've got merch lined up. We've got podcasts coming up. I'm out shilling in real life. Like if you're in Denver, you're going to see me. I'm like a giant parking cone with this freaking hair, I tell you. You would think I'd have like this little monkey running around with me, like the man in the yellow hat. All right, that's enough of my shitty jokes. But it's also something we can have fun with. I whipped up a meme a couple of days ago of a broken arm and then the healed arm, broke and then pre-lich. Like, what are we doing in this space? Let's have some fucking fun together.
Yeah.
Right?
I think you're going to be a good asset to have with the community value and that talk. Stick around with us, though. I want to bring that community out, and when we talk about it in our next part, which is the chill portion, which we'll be getting into here just in a few seconds here. As soon as we bring up, I think Mr. Quinton Ghost is the last person, except for myself.
Yes, sir.
Okay. My man, today is, like they tell that kid in that movie with Mel Gibson, swing away, baby. Have at it. You throw everything you got at this one today, because it's all you. I'm not asking you any like open-ended questions or anything else, but except what's red today? Is it the pants? Is it the pants red? Oh, I got you. Love it.
And my drawers. Sure.
You always fuck me up on these shows, man.
And the sole of my feet.
There you go, man. Your soul, your britches, and your hat. Yeah. You got all three levels, man. You got support, you got the mean, and you got resistance, man. I love it.
And let me tell you, the mean is mean. Okay.
It is, brother. I've been saying that for years. Like I've come up with some real catchers in the Forex world, man. And the mean is mean, man. That's what it's meant. That's what it's meant to be, buddy.
Man, first off and foremost, thank you for having me up here, obviously.
Always, brother.
It really is fun to get up here, man, and take a break from the charts and take a break from the everyday life, man, and really just kind of hear a lot of these other projects. Some of them you get a chance to kind of hear how they're doing from the last time you were here. And, man, it's just it's an honor. Obviously, you guys tried to blacklist me from this show today, so I'm definitely going to take full advantage of my slot. I got in like he's gonna be like right on time, and I'm like texting. I'm like, is there no show? It is Thursday, right? Yeah, no. House is getting clean today. It's definitely Thursday.
Every Thursday. Oh boy, that's too
But
funny.
no, man. All jokes aside, man, it's always fun to get up here. I do want to obviously, thank the endless support, the unwavering support of such a phenomenal community. And you talk about what community ends with, man. UNITY, man. It's a unity. We definitely have one of those communities, man, that I've been told from so many different, individuals and projects that, man, what a blessing that we have this. And I always got to start off with them. It's the Lotto Fam Bam, man. We're the Lotto Ballers, and
Yeah.
so we're literally none of that without them. So everybody watching, whether you are a holder or not, if you show up and show out on a daily basis for us, we love you. We appreciate you to the fullest. The rest of y'all got to turn your volume down for just a second, as always, because there is an important thing that I need to get off my chest, actually. We just hit the motherfucking lotto. Pretty sure I spit on my camera on that one. You're welcome.
Quentin had the setup already, man. It was awesome.
But yeah, no, dude, I appreciate all of you guys. It's so trippy to me. I do my own spaces every single day, obviously, just to put the word out there for the Lotto Fan Band, but also to talk about life. Crypto and life, there's so many different correlations. And I think it's just important to really apply everything that you learn in life to crypto and vice versa. So getting up here sometimes it's like, oh yeah, I'm supposed to shill. Let me do that. But I just can't stop and really break down what our main agenda is with the lotto. It's not just the lotto, it's a movement. And we mean that. It's simple. We're here to encourage. We're here to uplift. We're here to motivate. We're here to, really do anything we can to become, like what he just said, become the best version of ourselves. Very inspirational story from him, being in his 40s, having a stroke, the blonde Jeezuz, man, it's definitely really awesome to see, man. Instead of giving up, fighting and finding something that you actually can relate to and have a good time with. And so that's really what our communities is the foundation. It's what it's built off of. I've heard stories on stories on stories from all of the individuals in our community. The bottom line is we go through hard times, all of us. We always feel so alone. And I'm here to say you're never alone. If you're with the Lotto Fan Bam or not, if you're a holder or not, I do an open mic every day. You can hear people get inspired. You can get inspired from other individuals that jump on the mic. It is just a blessing. So I'm not here to shill as in you should buy my token. I could care less if you own it or not. But I am here to say you're not alone. Whoever needs to hear that right now, understand that you can follow me. You can jump in my spaces every night and just be a fly on the wall. Just listen in and you'll see we have so much substance to our conversations. Like-minded individuals have gravitated to us. And that is the biggest part about our project, is that it's not just a fucking meme coin. Now, what do we do? Well, obviously we want to hit the lotto, right? That's the premise of it all. From the meme token standpoint, there's been a lot of things that were inspired off of it, like our NFTs, which I'll get into briefly as well. But we knew from being in the game for as long as we've been in the game that to make a project last, there has to be substance. Memes get old over time. You got to have substance. You got to have something that wants people to want to be around. And so what we thought of was the NFT game to kind of start the whole concept of why long-term it is going to be worth it for them. And you can't just have an NFT that goes up in value or perhaps down in value based on the market cap and based on, the art. It's got to be deeper than that. We have an NFT that dropped, the first Lotto Baller edition. There were 69 of them. A lot of people think we're on some freaky deaky shit. Go ahead. Say it. We're freaks. No, I'm playing. We're not. The California
I was
Lottery.
muted, damn it. I was muted.
You see how I recovered though?
Yeah, thank you very much. I was like, we're freaky, baby.
Freaky. So it's actually because I can't.
Yep.
Woo,
Okay.
Go ahead.
It's fucking, I'm sorry, man. Hey, this stuff happens every once in a while, right? So
Hey,
it's like, we're
it's a
just gonna
live
make
blooper.
Yeah, we're just gonna make one of We're going to put that into a sound point now. Like, we're going to go, we won the lotto. I need you for a sound check on that for later. And then we're going to be like, that's freaky.
Well, a funny story. Max and I were bowling last night. At one point, we looked up and we saw the score for Max was 69. And I looked at him and said, hey, look at Lotto up there.
Hey, my score was only 69 after the first 3 games.
Yeah, shit. I'll check with Quentin to see if that's facts. I think you got a 69. It's okay.
That's okay. I'm more of a 138 dude, dinner for 4, but that's cool.
Hey, dude, have you ever bowled a 301?
I hope not.
Well, you can't bowl a 300 and lose, my guy. Come on, man.
Wow.
That was my dad joke for the night.
Yeah.
I stole that from the stepdad, the infamous stepdad.
There you go.
But no.
Please tell me you're wearing New Balance after that joke. You've got to have New Balance on, brother. Grass stains and everything.
Kecks and New Balance. Get the
super
trucks
tight. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Super tight. But no. So the California lottery has 69 lotto balls, right? And so that's why we have 69 lotto ballers originally. We have a backstory to it. Obviously, the lore is simple. Meteor shower struck the California lottery plant and took those lotto balls, those once inanimate objects, and brought them to life. So if you look at all of our lotto ballers, that's Dark YOLO, very special number 32 there. Creator has a lot of depth of that. That's actually Boo, my wife. She's got number 29. She's been 29 for years. But yeah, so each one of them have a lotto baller embedded in their head, their eye, their body of some kind. And that's actually how we've brought in utility, which we'll continue to implement even more, of course. But also we've brought in the lotto system itself. So from the lotto terms, every Saturday at 5 o'clock Pacific Standard PM, we have a crazy live event and we load up the machine with 69 lotto balls. They're all numbered 1 through 69. We turn it on, the balls go crazy, and we do like 5 to 10 pulls every Saturday. And of course, if one of them happens to be your number that you have on your 1 of 1 NFT, then of course you're screaming you hit the lotto, and we pay you in most of the time Solana so that they can do what they want with it, whether that's buy more lotto coins or take their family out to a nice, dinner and a movie. It's totally their call. All of our rewards, for the most part, do come in the form of Solana, occasionally Poly, because we don't want anyone selling on the chart. So we've learned that you give away too much and people are just constantly selling and you're kind of battling that. So everything we give away for the most part is something that they can utilize outside of the token or, of course, buy more tokens. But that's the first thing. You're automatically entered by buying those NFTs. They sold out in 17 minutes. They were about $400 to $500 at the time. We've dropped other lines after that, the Lotto Hatchers, which were very similar to Scratchers, but instead Hatchers. The Lotto Hatchers were phenomenal. Our Platinum, Gold, and of course Ruby. Our Ruby line sold out in 200 of them, sold out in 17 minutes as well, ironically. And those had the birth of the Lotto Baller Zeros. So we did have a second edition with zeros or double zeros instead of 1 through 69 to keep the integrity of the first line. We do poker Tuesdays and Fridays, no limit hold'em. That poker is really cool, man. You get half off if you're an owner of a Lotto Baller. And you also have one free event, which is the World Series of Lotto Poker. We play that on Fridays, the last Friday of every month. You do win Lotto tokens when you play poker, but that's because obviously Ghost always wins. And sorry, my prompter was wrong there, but right at the same time. No, I'm playing. But yeah, we do have a point system for the Lotto Poker tournament, but it's also Lotto tokens as well. And so the entry's 5,000 Lotto tokens, which is like $5 to $10 at any given time. And typically, if you have the Lotto Baller, it's half of that. If you just play poker with us and you love poker, we play 104 times a year. We've been doing this for 5-6 months now. It's just Lotto came a few months back and we just intertwined it all at this point. It's all about community engagement, so poker, karaoke we got tonight. We try our hardest to ensure that there's always something fun to do where you could kick off your shoes after a hard day of work and jump on our spaces to be a part of it. I think the biggest thing for us, again, is that long-term view. How do you get it long-term? If you sell your tokens, the price goes down, and so do the rest of your tokens values. So it's tricky, but you have to figure out a way to have some kind of utility at all times. We partnered up with a company called SoulBank, We have 655 million tokens, last time I checked, are being farmed with SoulBank. That's 65% of our actual supply. So 2/3 of our supply is literally being farmed on SoulBank right here. Why is this important? Well, you're getting paid 24 hours with the opportunity of being able to collect every 8 hours. And you can see the pool there. Last time I checked, I think it was 655 mil. Oh, you might have hit deposit, but what is it? 655 mil?
Yeah.
Yeah. So every 2 out of every 3 coins are being farmed. That goes to show you that the community itself is obviously in it for the long haul. They're getting passive income just by simply holding. Now, how do they get paid every 8 hours? Well, they get the ability to collect SoulBank tokens. The SoulBank token could be further staked, where you're actually earning an even higher ROI on those specific tokens. You can also swap, where you're taking your specific tokens that you swapped, and you can swap it for Solana. You could also swap it for Lotto, whatever you want. A lot of people stake half, and then they take the other half and they buy more of the supply. That's why our supply is all the way down to about 5% left at this point. 95% of our tokens are either being farmed or held in pretty tight hands. You'll notice our volume is fairly low, and that's because obviously they're getting paid to hold. So no one's really moving. They're kind of just accumulating with their SB tokens, increasing their pack. And yeah, man, it's definitely a movement for a long term. We have events planned, again, weekly. Every Saturday, our live drawing occurs. Every Tuesday and Friday, our poker live occurs. Thursdays, karaoke, and every other day in between. We do spur of the moment shit, but it's always about life, uplifting and encouraging and motivating. So again, if you don't know about us yet, you'll get to know us sooner than later, I assure you.
Absolutely.
But tap into the community and have some fun with us, and see if it's your cup of tea. That's what we're looking for. People that want to become the best version of themselves, and they like it at this home. If you like it, it's all yours. Hang out with us and enjoy the ride.
The beauty part about that, what I've always appreciated about you, is that it's not so much about the coin, because when you got good community, the coin will generate the value. In my community, it's Shogun. If we have the build, if we have the tools, the coin will build. I can't wait to start working on the community side with us, because there's a lot of people that deserve that, but it's almost like a staunch thing for us. Like in yours, it's so lighthearted and loving, and you guys are so interconnected. I'm jealous at a point, but I also know I have a lot to learn still. I'm okay not being perfect, right? I'm okay making mistakes, but I've always appreciated everything you've done for your community, you and your team. And every time that we have these shows, our success is because you guys are part of that success. And I can't thank all of you guys enough for being here today, Ghost.
Man, it's a perfect combo, man. I appreciate you as well. Listen, it's the pursuit of perfection. We understand we'll fall short. We understand that we're not perfect as individuals, but if you consistently practice with repetitions on the attempt of maneuvering with pure intent, trying to really critically think, determine if your actions could potentially harm someone or impact them negatively at any given time, you can eliminate a lot of the mistakes just by doing that.
Yeah.
And if you practice that and you repetitiously go through the love, right? I always say, spread gospel, not gossip. If you just focus on the good news and the good word, you don't have to be religious. You could be spiritual. I'm spiritual as they come. You don't have to focus yourself around the negativity, and you'll see just how much more positive you become. But first, it's the practice, it's the repetitions. Then it becomes habitual, becomes a way of life, and you just enjoy the journey a lot more. I hear the expression like "life's a bitch." I'm like, "Life's a bitch," but depends on how you dress her, man. She's beautiful. You know what I mean? She's adorable, man. You're tripping. It's just the way it is, man.
If life wasn't a bitch, she wouldn't be with you very long. Let me tell you that right now.
I mean, dude, I swear, man, I wake up, the first thing I do is show gratitude. I don't even go to my devices. I'm just like, thank you, God, like giving me the opportunity.
I did it. I made it through the night.
Honestly, man, we don't think about it. But like, dude, look at blonde Jeezuz over here, man. Had a stroke out of nowhere. We don't think about that. We take it for granted until someone we know has some kind of medical condition or issue. We just think it's a normal way of life to just be healthy. Like what? Like the only thing that the doctors can't keep moving is your heart. That's your heart. That's your heart and soul. It's literally, they can maybe shock you and get you back to try and pump it, but no, they could put a breathing mask on you. They could, run your blood and feed you through your IVs. They can do a lot, but they can't keep that heart pumping. So you got to be grateful that you got another chance at the world, man. It's a beautiful place.
Absolutely. My man, thank you so much. Giving us the inspiration, the value, always do in every show we do, man. And that's one of the things I always depend on you with. There you go. God, it's Quentin, turn the hearts on. Turn the hearts on.
Quentin, you're supposed to cue up the
turn the hearts.
I'm sorry.
Some of you,
bullshit. No,
I would really I want to hold I really do want to hold a poll. Like, who thinks that's real? Like we are actually controlling the hearts on your phone.
Yeah, I can tell because every time I'm trying to do it, it's like you only do it when I think it's not going to happen. Like,
yeah. So we're not paying attention. There it is. No, it still didn't work. It's okay.
Did you see it?
Oh, there it is.
As soon as I looked away, dog. See, Quentin, you are sick.
He's pushing that button. He's pushing that button.
I spent $5,000 on that AI to get these hearts pumping and spend you the whole time, bro.
Too funny. All right. Now, we're going to do something that I don't think I've done since we've started this show. I'm going to do a live shill on the ANVIL bot. And what that means is that I'm actually going to go use it right in front of you so you see how easy it is to use. Our regular ANVIL bot, absolutely wonderful, has a great presence. It's a subscription system. It's expensive, but it's worth it. But we have now be turning that off. In fact, I didn't let a lot of people pay. I stopped people from paying because I want them to use the new system that's over here. So you guys that are out there using it still, and you have 4 or 5 weeks worth of free stuff in there, get out of it and get over to this. This is where you're really going to save your money and save your time. So we're going to do that. I'm going to jump up where that spot is, and we're just going to share the screen. I'm going to do my best here not to flub all over myself as we do this. So let me get our Shogun crypto site up so you can see where it's at. Super simple. We're going to get over here. I want to be able to see the screen as well. So we're here. Super simple. You come up to services, you'll see where it says ANVILbot subscription and ANVILbot V2O. This is where you want to go. Okay. Now, when you get here, you're going to want to watch some shit, right? These are easy on the ears, easy on the eyes. They don't take too long. Watch the fucking video, right? Don't think you know it already because you don't. Watch the video. The first video will tell you a little bit. This is a little older video, still from version 1, but it tells you exactly what the bots can do to a degree. When you start getting started with version 2.0, this is where it starts to go a little bit down the rabbit hole for you, right? Why? Because there's one token, you can do multiple wallets, multiple tokens on a single account. And I'm going to show you all that live here because it's not going to be some long drawn out 20-minute thing. It's going to go quickly. So you'll come down, you'll click on get to the place. This is where you'll come in. Super simple. Open. Oh, it's already open on my other screen, silly boy. There we go. There we go. Right here. You come in. Now, I've already set this up. I already have a lot of stuff already set up, but I'm going to show you how it looks like. Even if you are first in, you would come in and hit open wallet. That's the first thing you do. You want to make a wallet. It's going to give you an option. Now, you won't have 3 wallets like I have in here. It'll be just one, but I'm going to add an extra wallet. Super simple. That's this one down here, D8S8. I don't know if you can see that. If I click on that, I go to balance. It'll tell me exactly what's in there, and it's nada, right? But if I go back to open wallet, I'm going to come in. If I click one of these others, you'll see there's the balance there, and there's some in there. Oh, wait, I took them out of that one as well. That's a new one as well. Okay, so what we're going to do is come back to start. I'm going to wait for a second. There we go. We're going to go to token setting. And you'll see that I have 2 tokens in there, the Shogun token and the Tequila token. I can add multiple if I want. So I'm going to add a token right now. Which one am I going to add? Simply this one. We're going to come in. I don't know if you guys know this one. It's a pretty obscure token. So I'm just going to add it just real quickly. Yeah,
What's that?
It might be something. I don't know. Maybe somebody knows which one it is. I don't know.
Heard of it?
I just, you probably heard of it. I don't know. Maybe so. So then I'm going to go back in. And I'm simply going to put the CA address in, super easy, hit the enter button, and boom. Oh, look at that. It was the same one that we were just in. Okay. And now I'm going to delete it because I don't like it. No, I'm only kidding. So now I'm going to come back to start. And now we have the token address and we have everything else ready. Of course, I have so many things going on my computer right now. So I'm going to come in and hit /activity. No, /activity. There we go. And you can kind of see now I have the 3 active swaps that I can choose from: Shogun, Tequila, or this other one, which is completely unknown at this moment.
MemesAI.
Maybe. I had a swap comes in. I get to choose. Remember, I get to choose which one, because now the ones that are funded don't have the money. So what do I have to do? I have to fund that wallet. So I'm going to come down and go wallet. I'm going to find the one that I want to fund, which is this one. I'm going to click on that. I'm going to go off screen. I'm going to put it into my little phantom wallet off screen so you can't tell. Ha ha ha. I'm going to hit send. I'm going to do this. Ooh. Did I do that right? Okay. Hit send. I'm going to do Solana. We're going to go up here. Boom. Ding. I'm going to put 0.8 and hit next. Send. And it has been sent. So 0.8 Solana was because I grabbed the wrong wallet to send it from, but it is what it is right now. 1 second. I gotta use my stupid little ledger thing. Hang on 1 second. And boy, when you have a 6 code digit, it's a pain in the ass to move stuff around. And boom, and now it's going. Good. So now if I come back over and I go to, let's see if I do it for balance here. Boom, there we go. Super simple. Decimal is 0.8, right? Not a lot. I'm doing it on a live show. I'm not putting $30,000 over this thing. Okay.
Ape.
Now, ape. Send me ape. No, you get. I'm going to go to activity. We're going to choose MemesAI. Oh, I said it out loud. I wasn't supposed to.
Whoops.
Okay. I'm going to choose the right one. 0.8. There it is. The D8S8. I'm going to click on that one. Now, the level of time is important. Every 3 minutes, every 5 minutes, every 10 minutes, every 15 minutes, right? Every 3 minutes, this is the fastest version of it. We don't have anything go before. So if you're looking for like every single second, and it's not going to happen because our AI actually looks at the system to organize to see whether or not it's been MEV'd, if the value has changed in the bid-ask spread. If anything, if it sniffs out anything that when we choose the small priority, it won't let it go over. So it could be every 3 minutes. Sometimes it may miss it, but it'll always have a continuance with it. No problem. So I'm going to choose 3 minutes. Now, this next part is a very obscure part, but it's still pretty simple to set up. We're going to set up a ratio. So we're going to say every 3 buys, we're going to do 3 buys, and then we'll do 2 sells. Little code that's in there, super simple, and we hit enter. Okay. Now, instead of normally I would do 2-way direction because I wanted to create volume where it's going to rotate and flip back and forth and do all this great stuff. But just for the fun of this, I'm going to ape in just the 0.8 right now, and I'm going to do 1 direction. That's right. And now I'm going to choose on which and how much I'm going to do. I'm only going to do 10% what I put in. So it's going to be 0.08 per trade. And I'm going to hit enter. I'm going to choose the small priority because it is a lower fee. It's not very harsh. If I was doing like 8 SOL at a time, I would probably choose high because I want it to go through. I don't want it to get MEV'd. I don't want it to have any of that process. So I want to make sure it's taking high priority and looking at the stuff. It may cost you a couple extra pennies to be able to do that. But for now, we're just going to do small. And there you go. It's that simple. And as it fires off, we would have to sit here and wait 3 minutes, but you get a spec sheet to tell you exactly what it is. You can also forward this to any one of our systems in there if you needed to. We have a complete a complete support system in the background, which I'm always on, or it's me or somebody in there. We're always in there and on the back scene there. Now, why is that so important that I do this today? Because I wanted you to see the ease of use. And why this is also so important, because we have a beautiful back office to this that I can get to see who's back there doing things. Now, the network of this is you now can have a system with multiple wallets and multiple tokens. If you're a trader, if you're somebody who wants to have the 3x2 going, having your chart go up with a 1-way, but yet you want to have another one that's trading another way, or you have every single wallet, you can have up to 10 in there trading in a particular direction or a particular ratio. That's completely up to you now. Now, how much does it cost to run up front? 0. How much does it cost behind the scenes? It's 0.5% per trade. But let me give you an algorithm here to work with. Not even really an algorithm, just a mentality. When the market is going up on your chart, okay, that means that Solana is going up or your chart's going up in a positive direction. Like on some of your stuff, I've seen a few that your chart's going upwards, right? When you're running the bot in a ratio trading system like this, the amount in your balance, and we have plenty of coins that can back this up with you, will go up. That means you'll make money in it. That means that it'll continue to run longer and longer and longer, making more volume, more volume, more volume. But you're only going to be still paying the same 0.5%. You're never going to have to worry about filling that process as long as your market's going up. When it's going sideways, you might have to put a little bit of money into it, but you're not going to lose a lot. It's just probably going to break even then. And maybe you make a little, lose a little, make a little, lose a little, but it will never get to a point where it'll deplete your soul or deplete your bag. Lastly, if you're going down in the market, yes, it will go down. But what we have found is that it doesn't cost more than what the average volume bot system out there does. And why that's so good? Because we actually get you more volume for less money that way. We have 4 coins that's proven that to us, that because they went up to 75,000 worth of volume for less than a soul. And I can't find a company out there, not even my Tsunami bot can do that. So why was that? Well, because we actually make market trades to the system. That's why it's that important to get into this network and get into this solution. And there you go. As you just seen, from 233 to 236 right now, that first one just fired off. And how do you know? How do you know it fired off? Well, it gives you a soul scan to tell you. But secondly, we actually have, where did it go? I don't know if I put it on I put it on the screen, I bet. My mouse is acting up here. Where's that? What is this? Oh, the unnamed one. There you go. Yep. So there.
MemesAI.
MemesAI. Boy, man, they went fast. There, you got some people are like, I'm out. But here's
the Jeets are out.
The Jeets are out. But how do you know? Because this is the one right here. You just seen it. This is the one that just fired off. I'm just going to sort of isolate that. There it is. This is the one from us. And you can always track it right on your site. It'll tell you exactly what everything is, as well as on Deck Screener. You can actually go and see on how much I put in and what it constitutes as and how much we have now at so said unknown place out there. But there you go. So it's that simple. Now you can have multiples trading. If you're on a chart, if you're in a community and you're using our network over here, you don't have to worry about, oh, why is it trading the chart at this particular time? You're creating relevance. Like this chart has a lot of volume. It's 94K volume today. So it has good volume already. But what this will do is it'll allow to chase out those big giant deviations. You can start and stop it as much as you want. You have the keys to your wallet, by the way. All of those wallets that are up there, they're not memory wallets. They are actual wallets that you own the keys to. I don't own the keys to. I own the keys to mine, but I can't own the keys to everything. We're completely audited and protected from that process. All right. So I wanted everybody to see that process running live here. I don't have fear of it. I've done it 1,000 times. We have so many programs in there to be able to do. We've even started, and I know somebody said to me today, you just released version 2. Why are you going to be talking about version 3? I'm telling you about version 3 because there is something that's coming with version 3 that the Tsunami bot will actually be absorbed by the ANVIL bot, because the way that we do bundle trades, you can choose a bundle solution. You can also choose randomization. That means that random time, random amounts. And that's pretty cool too, especially if you have 10 wallets doing it. It's a big solution. And all those companies out there that do that to charge you 20% up front, whether you win, lose, or draw, and it just sucks the money away from you, you won't have to use anymore. You'll be here. And we have a full community surrounding it to help you through the process. All right. And as everybody's here is a gift for saying thank you for all of you watching. And if you go over and you buy into that, please jump into the community. Let us know that you have it. Start sharing screens on. If you have any questions whatsoever, we will answer them. We have nothing to hide. We are here to help you build in success and get that volume out there. Volume is not just about putting money into the chart. It's about making the system real and relevant for all of you. And in this space, no companies do that anymore, except for us. It's from what I've seen. So we build community, we build effort, we build this strength, and those that get out there and do will become, you want that pre-rich mentality? There it is. We are pre-rich. But with all of you, 25% of everything that you put in that bot, 25% that we make from all of it goes back into the Shogun coin. So if you're watching, I'd probably go get your ass over there. It's got a very good barrier of entry today because we've just had a lot of people waiting around for this bot to move, and we've lost people in the interim, but sitting at 100,000, 100 and something thousand right now, because I know people are getting tired of waiting. It's now. So by March 1st, get yourself in there, get some coin, because when you got a system that the bot will put 25% every day, when that bot has 1,000 coins in it, that are using that system, I want you to imagine that for a second. What does that mean the chart's always going to be doing? It's always going to be increasing. This is the time to get in and get now. ShogunCrypto.com. Follow through. It's the Anvil bot version 2. Get your ass in there. Get using it. Let us know what we can do. We listen to you. We listen to you. Ghost can tell you that. It was his little idea the other day to come up with the other stuff for the randomization in there. And we listened. We're putting it in multiple wallets. This was stuff that we said. So let me else know what we need and be a part of it.
I want to say one thing too, you guys. In a world of crypto where you can't get anybody on the phone from a tech support side or anything close to that nature, these people are on VCs, voice calls, answering questions, helping walk you through certain things. Probably one of the most realistic and authentic ways to approach this game is to have what this world lacks, and that's customer service. And I can tell you from experience, Trader Max's team, the information, the wealth of information that they're able to give to you and walk you through their products, it makes it beyond worth it, especially when you see what it does. So if you have a low volume coin out there and you don't like that because you're not being seen by other, making it up enough on the DEX screeners and whatnot, man, so many reasons under the sun as to why the Anvil bot is the one, man, for real.
Yeah, just
keeping it. Mind if I double tap that as far as like talking about the team and the service? Because I can definitely vouch for that too. I've had multiple voice calls with Shane already, and I think it's been a week and a half, 2 weeks. I've been, plugged in with you guys.
Yeah,
this team is super accessible. They're out there in the trenches. They are grinding, and they give a fuck about the product. You can tell by the way Max talks about it. They're doing things the right way. That's why we're here so often, is because I think it's important we align with people like y'all. Just huge respect for Shane, MP, all those guys in the background, Quentin, making everything happen. The professional outfit. Like, these guys are not fucking around, and they're not here to extract. They're here to kind of build everybody up and make sure that we're doing things the right way. I love it. I appreciate you guys.
That's thank you so much for that, Memes. I appreciate it. You asked me pre-show, hey, could you show your buy-in into the network? And I wanted to tell you what I was going to do, but I wanted to have your natural reaction to it as well. But as if you are a MemesAI community member, and plus we're going to be putting more in that wallet. That's our portfolio wallet that we'll be using. This is how we incept into the system for you guys. You will see sells in there, but you'll also see buys, but it'll be creating your volume. That volume's on me. That 0.8 SOL will probably generate maybe 50 to 60,000 in volume. So you will see see sells and buys and everything else happening there. And if it does deplete, I'll support to keep putting that back in there, run your version for it. Plus I get back 0.5% too on my own stuff. I don't give myself shit for free. I know what the cost is. That way I get real numbers, that just like everybody else does out there. But yeah, we've already had 3 sales injected $30 in coin in. So we're here with you, buddy. We are here for the process of it.
We appreciate you.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I do. I can't. This network has given me more than I can ever tell you, but at personal expense. And I've suffered. I've fought through every single thing here. My family has suffered and fought through. We're always positive. We're always moving forward. We believe that the communities are the strongest when they have leaders that can be real and be structured and be honest and have integrity. And with all of you, we have that. Let's get into this next segment. And because I know I want to do that, but we still got alpha to get into. This one took us a little longer. I do apologize. But I think it's something, just a real quick sentiment from each one of you, that the importance of community is unneededly unspoken, on how, how important it is. We know what it is. We know what community is. And the idea of community is with unity is important. And being unified with your people. I know there's always going to be ups and downs inside community, but being fair and transparent. If you could tell me, what are one thing that you do that you think stands out in your community? And I just want you to focus on the one thing that you feel you do best, right? Inside your community that unifies them, crafting community. What's your secret sauce? Just pick one thing for me today, and we'll kind of go with that here for right now. But go ahead, Mr. Quincy. You can leave that other one up there. I think I like yours better than I like mine.
I was gonna say because I made it and I saw that I didn't realize you made the other one, so I figured I just shoot it in there, get it out.
Do it.
And
Go
then
chuck that shit up there. I like that.
Nice.
What's your secret sauce? And this is important. So, and just give me a little bit, right? Like let's just jump right in. We're going to go backwards here. We're going to go in the same order as we did before. Let's go up with Sparkle Mermaid. What do you feel is your community's secret sauce?
Yeah, I think it's probably doing things for others. I think that's the secret sauce for our community. It's to make sure to recognize and focus on other people, like with and making people feel included, like not forgetting people, like not making sure that people feel like they're involved and that they are a part of the community with the with the book, and including the holders in the book and in essentially every process of what we do. I'm in the Telegram, I'm in the whale chat, I'm asking, hey guys, what do we think about this? What should we do with the way that we do this? How, like, I don't most of the time do not make any decisions just by myself. I mean, some decisions, sure, but for the most part, with the creative aspects of the project, I'm asking for feedback. I'm asking for advice on ways that the community thinks would benefit everybody in the community. It's not just one person. It's everybody involved, and I like that. I like to make sure that nobody feels left out, and because we're a community, we're a family, and I think that helps not only to retain holders, but just to like, it feels good. It feels good whenever you can go into a project, a Telegram, and you can talk to me and Rowan and my wife directly. You can talk to us, and we answer all questions. And if you have anything you want to share with us, and any way to help, we're happy to hear it. We want you to be as much a part of this as you want to be.
So your secret sauce is helping others within the community. Is your primary secret sauce, which is a beautiful sentiment. I know there's a lot of you that are going to be able to resonate with that. So thank you very much for sharing that time with us today.
No problem. Thank you.
You're welcome. NOHAT, what do you think? What do you think is your secret sauce for your community?
Hey, sorry, I was muted. I think what I feel is the way people vibe, and especially the way people vibe about any small achievement that we have, even if it's just a meme or the NFTs or the music. People have been vibing a lot with the tracks that we have obviously shared them in the TG first, and I think it's just like there's a lot of, it's this sense of being a family, and I also believe that there's a lot of friendship being built as well. And there's like this idea, because something that we haven't talked on our shilling part was that actually we are planning to do some DJ parties, some club nights, and one of the objectives is if this will go as we plan, we will try to bring as many community members to one city and get them all together under this party thing. So everyone is very excited about having this possibility of actually meeting each other in real life.
So yours is the event structure that you have that you feel is the secret sauce to your community. That's awesome. You don't get a chance to meet a lot of people in person too. So I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, like when we started to think about like these parties was initially because we wanted to link the NFTs and the crypto world to the idea of normies, onboarding on something that it's foreigner for them, but since when we started, we also like set up like a community member on each city to have like to create mailing lists under the DJs that are going to play, and have them like like a kind of an education component, telling them how to set up a Phantom wallet and how to do all of these things, and having like in the mint NFT that will be the entry ticket to the parties. But then this thing actually evolved to like, hey, listen, but we can do even like a larger event where everyone meets up, and that's a kind of I mean, it's different, but it's very exciting at the same time, because it's also the opportunity to bring people from crypto with people that are not from crypto under the same event, under the same brand. So it's like something that's very exciting for us.
The normie inception is coming, and it's 15 different folds to make it happen. Normies are not normal. Trust me, that's just it. Thank you so much, NOHAT, for sharing. I appreciate it. I guess blind Jeezuz, man. What do you think? What do you think? What is your? We kind of know a little bit about your secret sauce already, but from what you talked about. But this is your forte, so let us have it.
So, if I had to narrow down one of our sexy secret sauces, that was actually really hard to say.
I like that.
It's courage. We do not lack the courage of our convictions. That's why I'm out on the ground with in real life people that are part of the team with me, out talking to people about Prerich, and not only Prerich, just crypto in general. You know, we're not just going up and shilling them something they have absolutely no background about. You know, if you go on our X and look at our videos, those are insanely condensed, because I'm standing there for 20 minutes trying to educate people with as much time as I possibly can without overloading them. And it takes some balls to walk around in a fur coat looking like I should be hanging out in Rome. Please get that. So, you know, we are not afraid to try new stuff. You know, generally innovators are called crazy initially. And I've experienced a lot of that in my personal career. You know, I've spent 20 years running animal shelters. If you can adopt an animal at your local shelter easier, I was a big part of that movement. You know, and it's not something I need my name on, but let's start the fucking conversation. Let's stop the just keep clicking mentality and find your community. You know,
So
I
courage,
think that
be real, and be ready to move, because that's thing. Because courage is always it's hard to stand still and think that is courage, but sometimes that is. But it's also moving.
Absolutely.
Right? Sometimes to back up, sometimes to move forward. I'm not quoting Kenny Rogers. I'm sorry. You know, with those glasses on, by the way, I got the inside joke to that, but I also it also looks like I'll keep my mouth shut. But it was very funny. I like the glasses. I like the glasses.
If you didn't hear, it smells like Teen Spirit when I put these on, I'm going to be really bummed, Max.
Yeah. I know. Oh boy.
I always joke. I look like one of Dave Grohl's dead friends. Pick one.
Yeah, I know. It's just I'm in music as well, so it's funny. All right, MemesAI. Thank you very much, there, Blind Jeezuz. I appreciate it. MemesAI. I know that being as an AI generational process, and your community surrounded around that mentality. But what do you think the secret sauce is for your community, and why the success is held so well?
Man, we have, I mean, it's hard to boil it down to one, but I would probably touch back and circle back to what you guys were talking about in the beginning. Our secret sauce is value add. So our community members, every single one of them is coming to the table, to the project to add value. They're not looking to extract. So people are doing things out of their own pocket to help promote the project, whether that's even just as small as raiders rating and giving us their time. Like, that's huge, right? If you don't have that, people willing to just give time, and all the way up to the larger, like, macro scale value add. The project is a value add to the space, because we're here for Web3. We're here for adoption. We're here to help bring the normies in and educate them. Like, I've heard a lot of that talk today on the show, and I think that's great. We held a spaces with Dank last night, and this was the topic of discussion. It's our job out there on the timeline as people that have been in the space to be loud about, hey, these guys are extracting and scamming, and these guys are doing this. Like, we're not going to stand for that, right? So it's our job to usher in the normies and show them, hey, you're going to get bundled and rugged on the Daily Runner. Stop clicking. Stop fucking clicking. Find something to believe in. Find a community. Find something you vibe with. It doesn't have to be ours, right? Maybe it's Lotto. Maybe it's Blonde Jeezuz. That's cool. We're here for, you know what I mean? Like, we just want to make sure that when someone comes in, their first experience in crypto isn't getting rugged, because they're not coming back. And that liquidity, when they get rugged, that shit isn't staying in the space either. Those guys are converting to fiat and they're out.
Yeah,
right?
we're going to talk about that today as well on the rug side.
Yeah.
Some of our alpha, but yeah, I love it.
Yeah, so that's kind of the micro and the macro is every individual community member is looking to add value to the project. The project as a whole is looking to add value to the space and be something that's positive, that stands for, you know, freedom and AI and all that cool shit, but also making sure, you know, we do speak up. You might have seen Scooter out on the timeline. He's a MemesAI holder, but he's basically out there. And yes, he has a certain way of going about it, but he's going to call out the bullshit. And it's on us to like and retweet that, make sure that it gets circulated. People can see, you know what I mean? It's on us to stand up.
Yeah, he's like the little edge redheaded stepchild out there.
I love it. He's dropping fucking bombs, and I'm here for that shit.
Cool. I appreciate that. You have a great value to what the community is and a great perspective. And I know you're not representing yourself here. You're representing the community in that network. But yeah, I would love to talk to you and me, man. Mano a mano.
Dude, I have an idea for that, Max. I'm glad you brought that up. I think we have a spin-off show that we can do. We'll talk offline about. I don't want to take up everybody's time here.
No worries, my man. No worries. Now, you know, one of the biggest things and why community has been brought to my attention to be at this level is because of this next person. You know, Ghost, you have given me so much insight, the value of what true community has in that relationship as you build. You know, you and Motown and everybody else over there that have built what you've built. I don't give Motown enough credit. And I'm sorry. It's not that because I just haven't met him yet and had to check. I would love to have him on the show or them on the show, whoever it is. And I know there's one other person that's involved in that. I would love to have you all. In fact, I would give you your own show, just us to talk about that community process and have that process with us. We'll have to pick a Monday or a Tuesday or a Wednesday or something in that world. But tell us, you know, we kind of know what your sauce is. You lead with that. That is your whole shill in a way, is your secret sauce and what the community is. But what do you think it is for? What else can you tell people out there how they can build that more engaged community as you guys have built?
Yeah, it's really hard to to pinpoint because I do believe there's like infinite variables that have built this community, if you will. To like boil it all down, it's like I think for me it was the transparency and the communication originally. I didn't have any service, I didn't have any coin, but of course I was transparent and I was communicative. I think communication is key in everything, right? I think in relationships and friendships, whether it's business or pleasure, you have to have like top-notch communication in order to have it an everlasting, you know, friendship or relationship. And I think that it kind of stemmed from the communication. I think that people gravitated to us off of consistency. I think that, you know, I always talk about consistency is the foundation of success. And so I think our community is successful. And I think the reason it's successful is because it's consistent. Not just me showing up on a mic or .com Parker, who you were referencing, bull posting about Lotto and what we're working on and bringing new eyes to us. Not just Motown, a dev that wanted a win for the community, never dev'd a coin in his life, just wanted a win for the community, you know, and hasn't sold and is just buying, which is rare for devs, especially on the Solana chain. But I think we do need a whole show for it because it needs to be evaluated because it is a fucking trip to witness firsthand. It definitely stemmed from communication. But it's weird. Some people say it's inspirational. Some people say they're like motivated to run through a wall. Some people say they're encouraged. You know what I mean? They're uplifted after a hard day of work. You know, whatever they take from it is obviously awesome as long as it's pleasurable. But the consistency side of communicating put us in a position to where people come and go, but the ones that really kind of grasp from our content, the ones that actually relate because it's relatable, or again, they just want to be the better version of themselves. And we talk about doing that and ways to do that. They stuck around. And so because it was consistently being communicated a specific message with pure intent behind it, no ifs, ands, buts, or maybes, I didn't need to gain anything from these people.
Yeah.
I think over time it just built, just grew. And I always tell them, like, I'm not going to charge you anything for anything I do, but I do ask for something in return. honest to God, I want you to apply what you learn or what you gain from our spaces. Because if it's encouragement, encourage people.
Yeah.
If it's motivational, motivate. Because whatever you're resonating on with these topics of convos, you're going to be able to preach to other people because you firsthand witnessed what it felt like to be receptive, absorb, and then now start being reflective and start reflecting that towards people. And you just kind of, I hate the word cult. It's disgusting, but it's cultivating, you know, is what people kind of get lost in the negative connotation with the word cult. We definitely have people that have cultivated within the group based on the constant message being the same. They don't see me lose composure for the most part. They don't see anyone in the community getting nervous or stressed when the price action sideways or going down with the market. They're just buying the dip. They're having a good time. They're collecting the resources. They're re-injecting the resources they collected into it. It's just a family, man. It's a family. And so if I had to pinpoint it, I think it started with communication and consistency. And I think it's just growing because the message has been consistent.
Yeah, well, it's been much more than consistent. It's been trustworthy to you can create a foundation on it. That consistency is key to your foundation, and I've always appreciated that about you and your community. When people know that they can show up and be a part of something, you know, this is why we have built with the Shogun Network. There's a few things that are consistent with us, and that we know that Max and the team are always working. There's always somebody in there doing something to make something happen. We're never just sitting back on our haunches waiting for success to come knocking on our door, because that scares the shit out of me, you know, because it's never the right success that's knocking on your door, right? It's something else. I think also with us and Shogun, if there's anything I can say that'll support us completely, it's that the community itself knows that we're here to help other communities. So we're basically the community kind of thing. So, but it's not just my opinion. Mr. Quinton, what do you feel from our perspective of Shogun? What's our secret sauce? Our community is more of a working community, so we're still battling that we're trying to find our own sense. But what do you think our secret sauce is for us?
Honestly, I think it's passion. When you're looking at the people inside of our community that have been here the longest, that have done the most and get the most from it, it's the passion that they have for their work, for what they believe the community to become. Because like if you look at people like Shane, you look at people like MP, you look at the content team that are constantly creating stuff and putting stuff out. You look at the higher tier people, the passion that they have, because I mean, we're all in here, we all have a certain amount of skills, but if you go stagnant with that, you know, if you don't have passion behind what you do, behind what you learn, behind how you develop, that's not really a good thing to have. You know what I mean? Definitely it's something that I don't see often within people that stay here a lot within our community. So I would definitely have to put the passion within the work.
I think that's part of the ingredient list of the secret sauce to be made amongst everybody is everything that all of you just said. And when you cultivate a really good community like Lotto, you find, and I know that everybody's still working. I can't even say I'm there. I'm not. I know I'm a great builder. I know I suck at the financing side. As far as that side, trading side, I got you covered. But I know where my faults are. And I think the real sauce is to be humbled enough to rely on others to bring what they need to bring to make that work. And so I'm looking at all of you that are in my community. I'm not sorry for what I've built. I'm very happy and very proud of what I've built. I'm also very proud of everybody that stuck it out and stayed with the positive with us, even through all the trials and tribulations. I'm talking to every single community out there now when I tell you that us at Shogun are here to make this all about all of your communities, to find things that you need to help build, not just about the money, but make things work. So if you give us the opportunity, I want to help you as much as possible. But I also know it helps us here as well. All of our bots go back into our building systems. I want to make systems for you as well, whatever you may need. But we just got to talk. We got to have communication. And I think that's where we'll really be successful. It's top of the hour. We have, I was hard. We got to like 1280 something, and then we dropped, or sorry, 1280, 1980 something, 1985, 1986. We dropped down to 1982. So we're kind of swinging around there. I'm just going to show the screen now at the 1982 mark, which is absolutely awesome. I covered up my beautiful face there, unfortunately, but there we go, right there. We have 1982. Listen, we just got a lot of people going into our thing. It's not a competition. It's okay, Ghost. You know, I want to make sure that you know that. You know, we love you, and you guys work on it all the time. I don't want to. Yep. I know. Ghost always wins. You know, I just want you. I want you to know this is actually. This has a double, it's like a double entendre. It means a lot, right? And I want you to realize this is done with love. Ghost always wins. Everything Ghost puts himself into, he always wins on everything, whether it's successful or not. You're always a winner in my book, buddy. You know, that's why I always put it up there. So everywhere I go, because you always win, because you give your community and they give back, you know, you and everybody in your community always win so much, because not just the game of the lotto, right? Yes, you have won the lotto, but that's every single day. Whether you won the lotto or not, you still win the lotto. And I see that with you everywhere we go, man.
I appreciate you so much. It's crazy that you even say it. Like, I'm competitive. I'm a Leo by all means. I definitely dislike losing more than I enjoy winning. But in the realest of it all, the real sense of it all, before there was a coin and I was just doing crash courses for day trading and just trying to help people as best I can, I said, I swear to you, we're going to win. I don't know how, I don't know what form, but you stick around long enough and we're going to win together. I guarantee it. And it is ironic now that we're hitting the lotto and people are winning every single day. It's
yeah. Some of the things that you and I have been talking about outside of this show, I'm so much looking forward to. There are so many things with your state and your mentality and mine, and with the groups of all these people that we have coming in. There's not going to be a thing we can't do. We have connected with over 400 communities in our network since we've started, over 400. And we have maybe 150 of them that are active and really doing things. We got people that are bringing us solutions to so many different problems. We can create a super group of people here. You know how it's supposed to be done, that we're here to help and not hinder, not to steal, not to rug. Okay. Normally we do a alpha series right after this. I got to make it so super sweet and so simple today. I need my panelists that are here, NOHAT, MemesAI, and Ghost. If you can come out and tell us just a real quick 2 or 3 minute push if you have anything. If not, if you just if this is all normal. And I know Ghost almost like him. He's like, I'm going to hit it in the head today. But I want to bring out NOHAT. And just real quickly, if you could just chuck at us what you got coming up and within the next 2 weeks.
Okay, so the next 2 weeks we have the music album to be launched. It's basically ready. We have like we've been working on some graphics. We've been working on some graphics, and we are also going to release 2 vinyl records just for DJs. So
wow, you're going old school.
Yeah. So like it's like 8 minutes, really just for DJs, and they will be sold on Beatport and so on. It's like different kind of market, but so just like this, because this musical adventure has like these 2 components. One is more like hip hop, electro vibes, and the other one is more housey, more techno. So it's like really like 2 different components on it. So we're just like focusing on that to be launched now during March.
I love it, because you got the reality of a little bit of educational value in your old school techniques, and the way that you involve painting and artistic value is always really important to me. I can't wait to hear it. And I hope that you're recording everything so you can share it with us and we can highlight it and show it out there in the world. I hope you don't keep it behind the scenes and share it with all of us when the time comes.
Yeah, I know, absolutely. We so I mean, not only X, but we are going to take the advantage of that moment to start to boost all the other socials like YouTube and TikTok. But also, it's also the time that we are going. Because we have a strong community in China as well, and we've been building a lot of connections in China. So that will be also the time where we will push our socials, the Chinese socials like the Red Note and Bilibili. So. It's very exciting, actually. Yeah,
that's cool. We look forward to seeing it. Just right now, we just hit 2,000 people. I was trying to get like the mix of it showing being down to at the time clock. 2,000 of you are watching. You're watching the Shogun GunSho. We're sort of wrapping things up here with our alpha portion of the show. We have MemesAI up next with any alpha that you guys got coming out over the next 2 weeks.
We do have some alpha, Max. So the alpha is 2 parts. One is for our community. Yeah. So they may not know this yet, but I have spoke to Shane and I heard that you guys have a launch pad type situation coming out. Is that true?
Well, it's already out, baby.
Oh, wow.
It's been out for a while.
Already out. Yeah, no, I talked to Shane about that. He had an opportunity for us, for the community. It's, you know, you guys know how you're running the launch pad. It's communities that you guys fuck with. Our community got invited to participate in the program. So we got to talk amongst each other, make sure that it's good to go. Everybody has consensus, but that'll be something coming up very soon. And the second part of that alpha is, because of this, here's one opportunity that you would get if you were a MemesAI holder. So you should probably join the swarm. You should probably promote the manifesto and most likely buy some MemesAI, and we'll keep bringing the alpha and hooking them up.
Yeah. Awesome. I love it. In fact, when I'm hearing alpha about my own self on my own show, I'm like, okay, this is good. Those sons of bitches behind the scenes are setting stuff up.
Right? Look at that. Recursive alpha. We love it.
I love it. And it's coming right back at me.
Fuck
I
yeah.
swear to God. I see that.
Oh, also, can I just make a comment? Ghost.
Yeah.
So we are the only AI cult on Solana, and I wonder why you're using negative connotation with the cult word, sir.
Cult is bad.
I say with so much respect, people hear cults and they think it's bad. It's got a negative connotation on it, right? But we talk about cultivating and we talk about being a cult of our own. There's no knock on the word. I just want to train people to understand that it's not always a negative thing when you hear the word cult.
Yeah.
So if you're
I'm just busting your balls, bro.
Hey, no, if you're the first MemesAI cult, why do you guys not have some lotto balls for the lotto ball drawing?
Bro, you know that we're going to do a collab. You know, we're just super busy, but we are going to link up because I know our community would fuck with yours, and I think it's vice versa. We're definitely going to make that.
I think it would be amazing. I think it would be amazing. So now, let's see whose cult cultivates the collaboration to make it happen.
I see what you did there, and I love it.
He's going to start rapping here in a minute, man.
Let's
I know
fucking go.
Hey,
I'm a hip hop fan, baby.
The space is about collaborations, but the space is about collaborations. Look what we did with Speed, and it's just like started like on a space, and then evolved. So we are all here to collaborate with each other, and that's how we all gonna make it. And to us, because you know the fact that we are like separated under some kind of brand doesn't mean anything, because in the end we are just one big family, and we should definitely collaborate and touch base with everyone.
Hell yeah, NOHAT.
Prerich, you don't get any hearts. No, you don't have the heart thing. It's all good.
I still send them out. I'm just over here like wondering, like, oh shit, I actually look like a cult leader. This is not good for me.
Where's that Kool-Aid? Bust it out.
Can I hook you guys up with some Kool-Aid? Yeah.
Prerich is doing the manual hearts.
I'm partial to grape, if you could swing that way, please.
No worries, man. Thank you so much. I appreciate you being here, buddy. I'm going to save... We're gonna have Ghost come out next, and if we get a couple minutes, we may. If you do have anything, that's cool. But Ghost, what do you got for us today for any alpha?
I mean, ours is always quick. You know, we under promise and over deliver. Realistically speaking, what I think is alpha always is a weekly alpha that we do. We do a real look like in this place right here with the almost the DJ setting. I'm playing music. We're letting the crowd kind of come in. And we spontaneously pull the lotto. We give a whole bunch of people that are watching live an opportunity to get some lotto balls. and we give out at least $1,000 plus every Saturday in crypto, and it's super fun. And it's Saturday at 5 o'clock p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Probably around 5:15 ish, you'll start to see the gatherings come, and we got right around the same 2-3 thousand viewers at all times in there concurrent, and it's super fun. And we got some collaborations. We did one with Tequila, who just launched off of your launchpad actually just recently.
The Tipsy Tokens stuff. It's
Tipsy
amazing.
Tokens.
Yeah, we had talked about some of that too. But
Absolutely. So
lots
that
of
I'll
fun.
give you that as my alpha. Weekly, you can always rely on that. Consistently, we'll have a sick ass. Thursday we have today our karaoke. Friday we have our No Limit Hold'em Texas poker, of course, and then Saturday we have our live drawing. That's my alpha.
Beautiful. Well, as I'm going to give you an opportunity, Blonde. Do you have anything like really super quick you got on, or you just is this operations as normal for the week?
I kind of really laid it all out during my whole spiel. I did want to mention something that I picked up at the convention this week, though. I'm an astute observer, not like I'm Ken fucking Burns or something, but I pick up on things that are very intentional. Like I can tell by the way Max and Ghost are speaking, you both are fucking married. Especially Ghost, driving home the communication, like that hits me in my marriedness, right in my left ring finger. So with that, I've noticed that a lot of the presenters, almost all of them, have stopped using the term cycle. And it's very intentional. I've caught a few of them catching themselves from saying cycle, and they've now started using stage. So in this stage of the market.
Or phase,
so just wanted to, giving you a little food for thought and everybody to kind of mull that one over, because I think that is going to be some foreshadowing in a big bad way. Crypto's here to stay.
Well, it's something that we've, because I've talked to hundreds of coins and networks and devs and everybody, you got to start using the mentality where it becomes mundane, that it is a hard begin, hard end, hard stop. You know, the bull run, the bear run, all of it. Because listen, bear and bull of all perspective, as all of you know, price action is a movement of up and down, right? If you look at candlesticks to a chart, every single one is a battle, and every single candlestick, whether it's a 1 minute or a 1 day, you're battling in there. You have an up and down. Nothing ever just goes all the way up and all the way down. Yes, you can look at candle and depiction of time, but all that's bullshit. So I've started to put out, for me personally, and I know others are doing it now as well, is that we don't give relevance to which the direction it is, what part of a cycle it is. It is all about the movement, whether it is up and down. Volume is volume. Community is community. And when you focus on that, it does not matter which way the river bends. We all swim. And if volume does run dry or low, you know how to fucking walk, right? Because the time's going to be, you're going to have to run from the tsunami that's coming. You know, you're going to have to know how to run too, right? So I appreciate your astuteness, and we emulate that here in everything that we do. This is not just about our coins; it's about our communities and our network and our successes. That's what it really is coming for. All right,
it's community's coming back in such a big way, guys, and I think it's going to just take more and more leaders like us standing up, drawing a line in the sand, and say, "Join us."
Yeah, because this is where it's going to be. This is the place it's going to be. We know what's coming. You don't have to leave. You know, it's all a matter of cycle of time, right? But it's not really. It's just a matter of time. That's it. It doesn't have to cycle, because a cycle means return, right? So we don't have to return back to the way something was. We just always keep going forward. All right. Let me jump into this last little bit for all of you, and then we'll do a quick chill out goodbye in this process. The alpha for us is the ANVIL. That's firing. That's already fired here. We need to get to a point. But one of the other alphas that we're releasing this week, and we've all seen it, we've all been a part of it somewhere or another. We talked about the value of being rugged, right? And the value of being rugged from a project. Let's pick out the biggest culprit. Can somebody name me the biggest rugging agent that's out there? Anybody? Right off the bat.
Agent or coin?
No, the biggest rugging element.
Bots.
Huh?
Oh, okay.
Sniper bots.
Sniper bots, right? That's a big one. Why? Because they get in before some of your other coins get in. But tell me a platform that's out there that rugs the most. What is the biggest rugging? Pump Fund, right? Beautiful, right? Smack that right in its fucking face. Like, everybody's like, you should make a different version of Pump Fund. Nope. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make a system that has a contract that when you join it, it's a pre-sale. I love pink sale. I love pink sale. Pink sale is one of my favorite things. That's how we launched Shogun on, but it's expensive. It's to a point where the average coin won't be able to afford a pink fund, pink sale, and using all that stuff. So we made this system that we call the Launchpad, and it fires on our network called the Shogunix, and under the Shogun, right? Shogun Exchange. And what it does is that it creates pink sale for pump fund, not pump fund, but pink sale for pump fund, which means that you go there and all of you buy in at the levels. The dev can go in and put in a certain amount, and you can put in a certain amount, and it will protect you. Okay. What this does is that when it fires off, when you go in and you pick a number on how much you want to fund, it will pick it, it'll give you that amount, and you'll all get at the same level. So it's not a bundler per se, but you'll all be able to buy in at the same level, depending on what the dev gives the restriction to on how much you can buy for. You can only buy 85 SOL worth at that time, because that's the pump fund limit at that point, but that will give you 79.3% of the supply, right? And the rest goes to pump and they do what they do, locking liquidity and doing all that stuff. But the concept there is that nobody can get before you. So the sniper bots that normally happen, nobody can come on. Now, that protects the community who's building that system, that their number will be on the bottom at all times. But what protects the buyer to the network? Well, if somebody comes in and let's say they want to launch with 30 SOL, and they put the gate, they get their community, they go in, the community cannot rug the coin by a few different ways. One, we prevent them from getting any of the coin from pump fund until it hits bonding. That's one. Two, we prevent them selling any of the coin or pulling their money out of the coin for the first 30 minutes. I know we tested all different timelines, 30 minutes. Two, for 30 minutes to 1 hour, it's 15% if they want to pull their money out. This gives them a hard fucking painful thing like they're removing. And where does that money go? When we charge that, it goes back into Shogun. It goes into Shogun to build up for coins that are here for the reality of the community. They don't have to. They can wait 24 hours and get all their stuff back out for 1%. But still, that's something that says like that community is going to be there. When you see the Launchpad Shogunix brand on your coin, on a coin on Pump Fund, you know it's well protected. Lastly, once it does get bonded and it goes on, you now have a community. If you are the investors, you basically cannot lose. Don't buy the top, don't buy all these other numbers, right? But if you're buying the bottom, the only way you can lose is if you sell your coin. And even then, if it does fall all the way back down to the bottom of the floor, if all your other people sell from you as well, you're not underneath anybody. You're all on the same level. And that's why we created this. This Launchpad system that we have called the Shogunix Launchpad. It's launchpad.shogunix.io. It is a well-protected and now have launched 4 coins. The Tipsy Token Tequila coin was launched on it, and it went. We had some DNS issues, but we got them fixed, and it was all live. But everything launched off. Everybody's money's protected. The Iron Doge launched. Everything was great. We had a way we did it. We launched off Shogun coin, even though it had some controversy. Everything went off without a hitch. We had another coin that I'm not allowed to talk about yet, but it's coming. I'll be able to talk about it soon. And then we're going to have some coins that are going to launch that are going to be on the front side of this that you'll be able to, as the general public, to be able to go and join them as well and investigate and look, because I am too tired of coins rugging and hurting everybody. This way, if the dev decides that he wants to sell when he gets to radium, it's not going to affect you at all if you've bought in from the bottom. That's right. Even if the dev were to leave, your coins would still be worth the amount that you bought them for when you first started. So keep that in mind. All right. I think that's all I got for you today. I'm going to go down very quickly. We're going to get the goodbyes from everybody. Ghost, if this time I'm going to puck you up front. Do you have anything that you want to say to your community, to anybody else that was here today? We appreciate you.
Yeah, no, thank you so much for having me. Shout out to everybody that's obviously doing everything they can to ensure their, project goes as planned.
Mm-hmm.
These speed bumps, man, on our road to riches. We're pre-rich at those points, right? They're short-lived. No matter what you're going through, you guys. I kid you not. Remind yourself, this too shall pass.
Yeah,
it's just a challenge. And that's the way you get way more dominant in the route you're trying to take. So shout out to the builders out there. Shout out to you for always hosting a phenomenal show, Max. Shout out to your son, Quentin, for always doing his and just always organizing it from behind the scenes. You just know he's pulling
He's a
strings left
maniac
and right.
now. Yeah,
Now give me
he's
my
a
hearts.
maniac.
Now give me my hearts. Give me my hearts quick.
I was gonna say you're just being nice while I turn the hearts back on.
Thank you. I need you to work on your speed though, Quentin. Make sure
Yeah,
the
your
hearts go out
timing's a little off.
quicker, okay?
Hey, that's purposeful. That's purposeful. I gotta make sure that you know.
You know who's in charge of the hearts. I love it.
They're gonna really start thinking it too at this point. But no, you guys.
Thanks,
Obviously, everybody that tuned in, whether you're here to support Lotto, whether you're here to support obviously the abundance of communities and projects on this particular show today, I just want to say thank you for tuning in, because even if you're not a holder, you guys, that one extra viewer is actually helpful in such a big way, because when there's a light viewer count, people just kind of breeze right past it. But when there's a huge audience, people they get captivated. They want to
know what's going on. Why are there so many people watching these fools up here making silly of themselves?
100%. So shout out to you, viewer. Shout out to you for making us do this. Because I'll tell you, if we didn't have viewers, I wouldn't be wasting my time up here. Sure.
Not for 2.5 hours.
On deaf ears.
Right. Well, this is the beauty part about this. Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Prerich, yeah, throw out some what flowers you got for everybody that's watching on your side. What do you got to say?
I really appreciate you guys hosting. Really a pleasure to meet you guys. And, kind of piggybacking off of Ghost, I feel like I hit the lotto. But even if you don't join my community, find your community. Stop clicking. Find your people. Find the people that think like you, that believe like you. We're all Prerich, baby. Thank you so much. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Max, was great to meet you. Ghost, big ups. Mad respect to everybody. It's all love.
Yeah, stick around for the backstage part of it here with us, Prerich, as well. NOHAT, what do you got? You want to chuck out there for your community today?
Hey, thank you, Max. Thank you, Shogun, for another amazing show. It's it's always a pleasure to be here, and especially to learn. I think I keep learning. It's just like it's impossible not to learn on your shows, and just like not only from the communities but from the perspectives of each one, and how that end up also informing me and making me think about things in a different way and try to make things better for our community. And I'd like to, because I forgot to mention that we are doing so every the last week of each month, we are opening the NFTs means as a whitelist. So anyone that wants to be included in this whitelist, just shoot me a DM on our X account, and then we will have it open on the first day of March. So
good. We'll have it in the description
thank you again. Yeah,
thank you.
Thank you again. And I know just one more thing to say about Max and about all of these amazing things and what you said about drugging and all, and this amazing project that you also have, and Shogun. You guys, if you guys have NFTs and just a lot of that NFTs are sick as hell, man. I want one definitely, there's an NFT show that Shogun is also doing on Friday.
Fridays at 1 p.m. The mint condition. It's a badass show, man. You got to get on that, Ghost, if you get time. I know you're so busy.
Hey, no, I never knew it existed. I know you didn't want us Lotto ballers to stunt on all the other NFTs, but we play nice.
Make us all look bad,
I'll be
right?
there. Invite
get your artists over there too. Get the artists over there. Baby Yolo, man, it's awesome.
Baby Yolo is the GOAT, man.
Yeah.
I would love to come on a Friday, man. Let me know when.
Sure, yeah. It's 1 p.m. Eastern, man. A half hour before the show, we're all in there collaborating what the talk is going to be. It is really informative. There's a lot, like, be ready to be talking about like how we built it, how we done it, what we could build more, all that kind of good stuff, man. The NFT world is here. We're back into the saddle to make this work. We're going to be launching our stuff as well. I know Tipsy Token and I will be building some stuff together in the NFT world as the artist, and I just can't wait. So yeah, but thank you. That was a great chill out for us, NOHAT. Thank you so much. MemesAI, what do you got for us, buddy? You got anything for your community you want to let them know? for the
Yeah,
final
what's
words.
up, Max? Just want to say thanks again for having us on. Love the Shogun community, all the communities here I'm sharing the stage with. Again, honored to be here. The Swarm, I saw some comments from some of the Swarm. All of you guys out there, I love you. You know, it's all love for the Swarm family. And I think that's about it. We'll keep it short and sweet. I'm not going to double tap. You know, Jeezuz kind of laid it down, so did Ghost. Just reiterate what they're saying. It's the same old shit, you know?
Yeah,
Appreciate
I
it.
appreciate it. Mr. Quinton, what do you got throwing out, buddy?
Always some love. Thank you, everyone, for being here. I'll keep it short because you guys know what I'm going to say. Thank you to you, to your communities for your fantastic input on today's theme. I love community and I love hearing all your positions on it. I think it's so important. And definitely since I'm so happy that I'm able to met all of your different communities, being able to meet you here, go into your community and just witness who you are from there. It's fantastic. Thank you to my team. It's, things are tough, but I can't thank my team enough for continuing to come through to push their hardest. Just thank you all so very much.
That is perfect, buddy. So I just want as a final note here, just as a wrap up for us, as far as the ANVIL bot version 2, and I hate to make this a heavy shill for this, but we popped this, and look, this is incredible, right? Like, this is just a couple minutes. I could have just put it on to where we just bought, but I wanted to buy and give value, not just buying the coin and being a part for MemesAI. We generated over $200 worth of volume, if you will. And if you click on the button, you'll see how much is left in the wallet from that point. There's over $110 still left in, and we only started with 112 in there. So it wasn't, you got to look at these numbers like this. This is incredible, right? They have that opportunity to have somebody who can buy in and create volume at the same time and give you a good DCA, right? That's a little harsher DCA. Like, I really would have liked something more in that factor. It's tight, right? But I could do like a 7 to 6 and be like a really tight DCA and generate thousands and thousands of dollars just from somebody who's going to be contributing 3 or 4 SOL anyway. So if you're watching this and you want to get involved, get over to the shoguncryptos.com site and get that at Anvil too. Get your ass in there. There's no barrier of entry. If you're spending money on volume bots and spending SOL and it disappears in an hour, stop it. Okay, get over to our system. I'll show you how to put big money into this and why it's protected. If it's protected, it's a small amount. The smaller the amount, the more money it spends. The bigger the amount, the more money you make. Right. By the way, there was a little bit there for about 10 minutes, and I wish I would have captured it, that we were actually up $5 above what we put in because the market's going up on your coin at that point. So keep that in mind as everybody out there. I want to say thank you to all of the team, like Mr. Quinton. Thank you so much. You are my shining star in all of this. To the 2,151 people who are watching the show right now, thank you very much for being here. Please make sure that you like and share and get this thing out there. The more that you retweet and get this out there, the more we will be. While the market is in a downward trend, remember, we're always here. We're always pushing forward. We're standing up in the river of movement, and now it's time to really make things happen, and we'll be there for you along the way. Thanks to Ghost, thanks to Prerich, NOHAT, Crypto Quinton, MemesAI, and everybody else for the day. We have a saying that the best revenge is living well, and sometimes just living well is the best medicine for everything that you're going through. Go out there today, touch the sky, touch the grass, be a part of your life, get your hand over your heart, and just live life to your fullest today. I'm Trader Max. This has been the Shogun Gun Show. We'll see you next time. And as always, live well. Everybody else, stick with me for the backstage.